There I am. There I am. Okay. Hi. Hi, folks. Welcome to day 11 of, first of all, sound good? Anyone? Picture, video, everybody can see me. I hope. Yeah, we are waiting for Law and Crime. They have set their... Hi, KT. Good to see you. I see Gigi has been in the chat. It's all good from Mads. Hello, Mads. Kim is here. Good to see you. Thierry had a really good yesterday. Thanks to all the awesome people in chat. David, Jamie, and Nicholas. Yeah, it was a good day yesterday. Let's see here. It's me, Josie. Good morning to you. Here it's 4:30 in the afternoon. Where are you all from? All from the States? I'm guessing not. Hey. I'm guessing Iceland. Fedorevsky. Hey, Nicholas. Thanks for subbing in. Hey, Chatteroonies. Yeah. Jody is from England. Good. Hey, yeah. No, I don't. Yeah. And Nanya Witness from USA. Elaine from England. And Wendy from California, USA. Okay. As you can see, I am not David Helm. I am temping for him today. He has work to do, so I will fill in for him with the day 11 of the Letecia Stauch. Well, this trial. Sorry. Yeah, I hope I can do David justice. I have invited his, what do you call it? Almost, the girl who normally is at his stream. I hope she can show up here eventually. Let's see here. Fedorevsky from Norway. Hello, baby brother. Hello. Okay, there are 28 here. Well, we have about 25 minutes before the trial will officially start. I have the Law and Crime feed up here, so I can have those close by to see if they start. I also have, let's see here. This is the Law and Crime, but I also have a possibility for this. This is David's setup. I'm not sure how it. I can't do anything with it. This is from his side channel. He set it up so if you think this setup is to be preferred for before the Law and Crime feed, then I can switch to this, but I can't do anything about that feed. There. I can't do anything about this. I can't shift it around or anything. Good morning, Mo. Good morning. And Sandy A. Good afternoon from UK. Good afternoon. Yeah. Good to see you. Good to see you all here. Now, since I'm not sure if the entirety of you have watched the trial up to now, but in case you have not, let's do a quick summary of what has been going on. Well, to make everything short, the prosecution alleges that Leticia Stauch, on the day on January 27th of 2020, ended her stepson, Gannon, by the means of knife, blunt force trauma, and a gunshot. And then a shot through the jaw. And so far, the prosecution has called, I believe it is 43 witnesses. It is still on day 11, the prosecution's case. They have not rested yet. Theory, whichever setup works for you, Niklas, is good. Just remember, if you use the law and C word feed to cover their emblem. Yeah, I think I can cover it like this or something of that. Something of this style I can do. I might have this as well. If we choose this setup or something like that. But we will see how it will work. There. I'm still quite new at this, so if I have boomer moments, if is a strong word. When I have a boomer moment, let me know in the chat and make fun of me, because, well, that's just the way it is. Let's see. Hello, Maria Finn. Hello. Is audio skipping? Does anyone else have the same issue? Meat popsicle sounds good to me. Tractor takes our law and C word. Yeah, I hope so. I'm not entirely sure if everything in this banner stuff goes where the law and C word are having. Where were we? Yeah, a short synopsis. 44 of 43 witnesses from the state so far, and in my opinion, they are putting up a very good case. Their experts are consistent. They talk well. They have everything in order. The defense team, well, are having a hard time. But that's to be expected with this amount of evidence against Letecia Stauch. Let's see here. Her defense, I believe, is the insanity defense, right? I'll check. Let's see. Oh, there's more people in the chat. Yeah, hi. 42 are here right now. We have 20 minutes to we have 20 minutes to kill before the trial starts. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't. She has put in the insanity defense in the, and even though it sounds improbable, the insanity defense does not mean that you plead guilty to the crime. That you can, but you're not obligated to. So it means that the state still has to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. And well, so there we are. That's the shortest synopsis we have. I can give you. Do we have someone from Mexico? I saw. Let's see. Oh, Wendy, how's the weather? How is the weather in Mexico? It's sunny and nice here in Norway. Hottest day of the year yet. Yeah, it's very sunny here in Sweden, south of Sweden. It is getting warmer. Surprised Law and Seaver did not go with the clickbaity title Evil Stepmother Murder Trial. Yeah. Actually, yeah. Why didn't they? Why do they go with Stepmom Murder Trial? That's a very neutral. Maybe they got some pushback from the Zack Anderson trial, the way they presented it. So they chose now to get a more neutral tone. Oh, yeah, I saw that earlier. Wendy is back in California. Broken Baker, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Did 45 minutes the sun today? Weather isn't wet like the last 3 months. Yeah. Oh, here in the south of Sweden, it has been interesting. On Wednesday last week, I had frost on my car window. That was interesting. Luckily, I hadn't changed from my winter tires yet. That was yesterday. I got summer tires on, which was also interesting to find out that, yeah, you need to change one tire. I bought them all at the same time. Yeah, the front right tire only has a fraction of an inch left in it. So that was strange because that's not where I sit. So, and I don't make a lot of left turn to, yeah, that was very, very strange. But what can you do? So, but they told me I can drive for it for a couple of weeks and they will find me a used tire they can exchange it with. Okay. Oh, GD, welcome. Hi from Texas. Hey, all. Hey. I love Texas. That's such a great state to be in. I've been to Houston, Dallas, Galveston, and I don't have any plans at the moment to go back. Well, hypothetical plans, because I want to go back to Texas eventually, and I want to go to Austin, Texas. It's me, Josie. I'm in Arizona, and my high for today will be 85 degrees. That's nice. That's a decent summer temperature. What's 85 Fahrenheit in Celsius? I have no idea. 20s something? 20 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's like -7 or something here. Yeah. I haven't. Don't ask me to do math. I have no. Marida Finn, we have 15 Celsius in Helsinki. That's a Helsinki. I haven't been there for quite some time. In the late 90s, maybe. Something like that, when we took the drunk ferry over from work. Niklas, be careful in Austin, they gone walk. Union rep, I think I survive. Samuel Reynolds, good afternoon, Niklas and chat. Hello, Samuel, good to see you. Viking or Silja. Well, that's a fun. I don't remember if it was Viking or Silja, but it was. They had one Swedish ship and one Finnish ship that goes front and back, and we somehow ended up in the Finnish ferry. That was interesting because apparently after 5, 6, 7, after a few years, we went to the karaoke. And that's where we really noticed that we were on the Finnish ferry. because karaoke was in Finnish. I don't speak Finnish. I hardly read Finnish. I don't know how to pronounce Finnish, but apparently I can try to sing in Finnish. That was, well, we got applause at least. We weren't kicked off or beaten up, so I guess it was, yeah. GD, Northeast Texas, between Dallas and Texarkana. Geography is also a weak point of mine. I know where Dallas is. Northeast. I have no idea where Texarkana is. Yeah, we were having a blast at the Finnish ferry. Oh, Sarah P is also in Texas. Hey, we have 2 from Texas in the chat. Great, good for you. Good for you. Fedorevsky having a discussion with Broken Baker. This is quite close to Stavanger, so it's on the west coast. Does Norway have anything else but west coast? I'm sorry, Fedorevsky. Oh yeah, if you haven't seen, I got myself a mug. Since I can't say the words I want to say, I can choose other means necessary to express my feelings about stuff. I can say law and crime becomes law and C word because it implies, but I don't say it out loud. One blast now. Yay, I made the live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Niklas, you're supposed to show us your tattoos. I can show you a few, but not all of them. We won't have that much fun. This is my Las Vegas arm, gambling. So you have the slot machine, you have the dices, and the cards so far. Look at this. The woman, the myth, the legend who has been sitting with David throughout this trial. Let's welcome.
Well, hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. I had an emergency work meeting and I was like, come on, let's go. I got to get on Nick's stream.
Well, you are on my stream now, so I don't know. Me and David have more or less the same audience, but yeah. In case some in the chat don't know who you are, please present yourself.
Hi, I'm Jamie. Just a regular gal. I live in Michigan. I just really love watching trials. I got really super into this. I love all the lawyers on YouTube, and I found David during the Nick stream or the Zach stream. So, but I started with Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, and I was just so fascinated with the whole, trial process. So here I am.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's good to have you on. We will have a blast this morning for you, I guess, late afternoon for me. And we will have a morning session. Then we will have a break for lunch so we all can refresh ourselves. And then we will continue with the afternoon session later on. So I hope you can be on for both streams.
Yeah, don't mind me. I actually am working during this. So if I mute and I go quiet for a little bit, that's just what I'm doing. So I'll try to let you
know. Let's see here. Niklas has a tramp stamp. No, I do not have a tramp stamp.
But I'm using my phone, so if you can't hear me, just let me know. David always yells at me. So
Well, I can hear you so far, and I don't have a cat is outside, but if he comes in, I hope he won't ruin my setup. Mm. Well, regarding my tattoos, I have a few more on this arm. I have a few on this arm, and of course, I was 80s, 90s. Of course, I have a tribal on my shoulder blades, but that I won't show because it is ugly. And I made it at a tattoo parlor who believed in pain. So it's more or less a giant scar with some color on it. So no, that won't see the light of day.
Yeah.
That's.
So did you get to see yesterday at all?
I had the afternoon. What happened during the afternoon? Please tell me.
Well, we're just going to be listening to some more recorded phone calls, just so you are excited for that.
Oh.
We have some new ones, and they started one yesterday, but they didn't get to finish it. So, and I think they said they have like half a day of them. I'm not sure. The chat will have to remind me, but I'm pretty sure they said like a couple hours.
Okay, that can be interesting. Well, how I will try to organize this is if I hear something interesting, I will probably do a pause because we do have either one or two breaks from the court for 15 minutes. So we will always have the opportunity to catch up. And that is a bit of a precautionary to make sure that YouTube don't demonetize this channel. I saw on Twitter the other day that one person who streams had got demonetized because they weren't active enough when doing their stream. So I'm going to be a bit careful with that. But then again, sometimes, especially with these recordings, I heard the one from yesterday morning, and that was interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly, I was saying this yesterday. I was like, as much as her voice annoys me, I do love hearing these phone calls. They're just insane. The story she's telling, it's very interesting to me.
Yeah. I was before you came on, I started telling about her insanity plea and how improbable that seems, because everything she did after the alleged murder tells me that even though she can be insane, I don't think she is legally insane. There's too much planning. There's too many lies. And yeah.
Yes, it's very calculated.
Very calculated in trying to get cops to to try to get cops to another direction and everything. Yeah.
Oh, and the phone call is with all the stories. That is definitely, that's not of an insane person. That's somebody trying to convince everybody that she's not lying.
See, she should have at least picked a real mental illness. Yeah, there are some contention in the field of psychiatry that the illness she claims to have, if it's really a real one.
Oh yeah.
And ta-da! Thank you, Wendy, for your $5 super chat. Thank you for showing up for us, Niklas. My pleasure. My pleasure. If I can help David out, I will.
Yes, thank you very much, because this is awesome. So that we get to hang out with you and continue this madness.
Yeah. And we don't have to go watch Law and C-Word and get involved in that chat, which is more of a lynch mob, in my opinion. than an actual chat.
Yeah, they're all.
That's. She is a doctor, so I think she knows if she's sick. Yeah.
Yeah, a kick out of the Instagram, because when somebody asked her about her Instagram in one of the interviews, she said it's Dr. Stauch or whatever her last name is. It's like, oh my God, no way. She was using that on Instagram too.
Doctors. Yeah, you kind of need the actual education to call yourself. But maybe she has some form of university degree where she can call herself a doctor, but I doubt it's in any field I know of.
Yeah.
Good morning, Jackie Kennedy. Good morning to you.
Yeah, I'm glad everybody joined. I see all the, familiar names.
Yeah. Law and Seawood were horrid in Sachs trial. Yeah. Oh, that was, yeah. But at the end, they were not as convinced as they normally are. They only had about 60% in their poll as guilty, and normally they are about 85, 90 and above. So, 3 minutes until. Oh.
Yeah, they usually just jump right in it, so be prepared.
We don't have any. They don't have any live feed up yet. Oh.
Depends. Does it? Okay, let's go ahead and bring the jury in.
Let's go into David's. His secondary channels has this set up. Let's remove that one so we can see everything. But
tell them to bring their jackets. Ooh.
No, Law and Crime isn't on yet. Ah, well, we can continue on.
All rise for the jury, please.
Calling a thing. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you too. And good morning to Troy. And Bifrons. Good morning.
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 What time is it for you right now?
Over here, it's 5 in the afternoon. And Juni Bjorns is here. Good. Then we can get some information.
Court will recall 20 CR 1358, People versus Leticia Stauch. Record should reflect the jury has returned to the courtroom. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, it's better in here today than it was yesterday afternoon. I think shortly right after you guys left and we were still in here, they turned the air on. So now it's nice and cool. If any of you need a jacket, let me know. And we'll start the same way we have every other day. Has anything occurred since we were last together that causes any of you to believe you could not continue to serve as a fair and impartial juror in this case? If so, please raise your hand. No response. All right. With that, yesterday when we took our break, we were in the midst of a audio. That's where we will resume with that. Ms. Gratiano?
Sodonism. Nicholas, can you tell me how to say good morning?
How many days has it been? There is nowhere that I could take in that he would just be gone that many days. You have to put that in your brain.
Oh, yeah, it is in my brain. It's in my brain that he's gone and there's nowhere he could be safely, okay, because he's with this Quincy Brown guy who's a freaking sex offender, jumping bail, whatever you want to label him. But whatever, I don't know. I don't know all that shit, okay? He's just a bad dude and my son's with him.
I posted.
Okay. All right.
Told you what happened.
Okay.
Told you when we came home. I already told you all this. When I told you the truth, this is what you did. You said to me, hey, that's not how it happened.
But you told me the truth. You told me 4 different versions of the truth, Tisha. That's where the problem is, okay? I want to believe you.
The details, and you're asking me 3 weeks later, detail for detail.
But yes, absolutely. In your own words, now that you've slept on it, now that you've recovered a little bit, you're starting to remember more and more and more. So what I want to know...
Giving you everything I remember.
Okay, the detail I want to know is what did Quincy Brown do with Gannon? That's the detail I want to know. That's the question.
Where he took him, I don't know. Where they went. Don't you think for a second if I knew that, Albert, I would tell you.
Where did he take him from? That's a starting point. Where were you at when he took him?
Home.
Okay, so yesterday it was a bike accident in.
I already told you the bike accident. You already talked about.
Fine, but I'm saying yesterday he was taken from Douglas County. Today he's taken from El Paso County at 6627. Right, but then you changed it, then you brought it back, then you changed it, brought it back.
I said that to you because you just want me to say whatever they got you thinking.
I'm thinking what I'm thinking, okay? These freaking police have not told me a damn thing other than my son is missing and that they're supposedly looking for him. You're the only one telling me anything about their situation. Yes.
Get towards guns. I couldn't do anything. You talk about how you have to live with that. Do you know how I have to sit here and be like, oh my God, what could I have done to protect him better? Because Albert's going to turn it and say that I'm a horrible person. You think I want to lose my entire life because I couldn't protect someone 100%?
Well, do you know if Gannon is alive, or was he alive when he took him? Was he hurt?
I don't know. I was out of it. Do you not understand this?
So you were out. So you blacked out, right? And he took him while you were blacked out.
No, I just said I was in and out of it from struggle. I hit my head. I'm in and out of it.
Okay.
You put my arms to title. You would not listen to me on that. You know what you should have done? As my husband, you should have said, "Oh my God, this fucker not only hurt my wife, took my son."
Okay, so
you should be safe.
I'm trying to believe you, okay, but that when I got home Tuesday, you had no sign of anything, no marks on your head, no marks on your arms.
Oh, that's okay. You want to know why? Because it's all on social media where I have Band-Aids on my hand around my arms on it. So that's a fucking lie.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I ain't seen
on social media.
Okay,
well, social media, why? All kinds of everything.
Well, it's on social media. It's on social media that you killed him. So you want me to believe everything I hear on social media?
No, because you're Albert. Why in the world would you think that?
I'm not thinking that. You just told me to believe social media. Social media says you're a killer.
It's on there, meaning they saw it.
Okay, so
they saw a picture of me. That's all I meant. They just get a picture of me doing it.
Social media says you're a killer and that Lane is the hero. Do you want me to believe that?
If you believe that, you're dumb. Want to know why? Because you know better than that.
Okay, well, I mean,
you're treating her like she's a hero. Exactly what you're doing. Instead of being with your wife, you've been with your ex-wife.
No, I haven't been with nobody. I told you, I've been with my family.
Supposed to be?
You can attack me all you want to, okay, but it really doesn't matter. Yes, that's an attack.
Business. You should be with your wife.
Okay, well, what's with all this crap you're sending her now? You're telling the world how much of a piece of shit she is, but now you're trying to
anything. My shit has been hacked. Don't believe nothing unless it's my daggone Yahoo. People have created a fake profile under my name. They've screened them, the profiles, everything. People are in. The only thing I have secured is because I contacted Yahoo. It's my Yahoo account.
Okay.
You can listen to anything from anything else.
Okay, fine. But you sent her a message that said the same thing you tried to say to me initially about this ransom and these phone calls from D.C. So, yes, I do believe that you sent her that. That's what you told me.
From DC.
That's what you told me. That's what you told me.
Oh, do you know why that done that? That's because he sent it from a stupid messenger thing. And when I switched out to do my phone thing, I was trying to write back from. I was like, I'm gonna send Landon this too. I was gonna copy both y'all in it because I couldn't get you. And then I hit draft. So if it went through, then I didn't talk.
No. You or Landon didn't send anything from DC. You said that the messages came from a DC number or something. That's what you said.
It said like Washington, Seattle.
Oh, Washington, Seattle. Oh, okay, gotcha.
I did tell you that. I said Washington. I said Roy Elementary.
Okay,
I didn't know. I haven't said another word to her. Did you read the emails I sent her when she wrote me? I told her, fuck her. She ain't done goddamn thing for those kids. Don't be fucking playing hero. Read them.
All right.
She was sitting right beside her.
They went to Texas. I ain't reading shit. I just saw what she forwarded me. She forwarded me something about ransom.
She wrote you. You wrote me that night. As soon as I said something to you about her saying bingo, you had to be sitting right beside her. You had to tell her that.
Wait, whoa. No. You talking about when she replied to you after that one email you sent when you said fuck her? No, I'm going to tell you what happened. No, she didn't. Okay, I'm going to tell you what happened. I was sitting there in the room. They had another hotel room. It was at that time of night when Lena was going to bed, and every night I put Lena to bed, and the email came through, and she read it. And that's when she messaged you back. And that's the absolute truth. And, you can question it all you want to, but that's what happened. I don't show them shit. Okay?
Well,
because
I defended you and I defended myself and said, you ain't done most fucking things. Don't be coming up in my house. You shouldn't be here. Did she tell you I said all that?
Listen, I don't get into nothing she's saying. And that's the God's honest truth. She's freaking out every single day and it's driving me nuts. So I'm glad they went to Texas. Okay?
Yeah.
Because it drives me, between her and Veronica, it drives me freaking nuts.
But why do you have to be around them?
I'm not around them, okay? We're looking for our son. We have a shared child in common.
The stress on you if you are listening to them drive nuts.
And guess what? You know me well enough to know that I'm going to get myself out of stressful situations that are not productive, and you know that.
I know that. So is it why you don't want me and Harley to be with you?
I never said that.
Just keep doing that?
I never said that.
I've agreed to do everything you've asked. I've asked you, told you, whatever. I've agreed to testify. Okay? I've agreed to help find him. I've agreed to do everything. I'm tired of being portrayed as the killer of a child that I love. If you want to know something, I have a better relationship with Gannon than I even do Lena. Gannon and I so much alike. This is why it's killing me. It's killing me because it's portrayed wrong.
Okay, so let's pump the brakes here, okay? I'm seriously, let's pump the brakes. If you give me the truth, and I hate to say it like this, but the whole truth and nothing but the truth, and you just lay it on the line for me, no matter what the truth is, okay? The absolute truth. I don't want no more Quincy lying on the road, Quincy bike accident, Quincy hiding in the house, okay? Quincy's secret messages, ransom. I don't want no more of that, okay? This is driving me freaking nuts, okay? I just want the truth, and then hey, listen to me for a second. I want the truth right now, and then I'll be willing to meet you.
Meet me? Meet me. Like, just meet. That's all I get is to meet you.
Listen.
Hello?
Listen, I'm sitting right here. I'm trying to work with you, okay? That's a start, okay? That's a start. I told you yesterday. I told you yesterday.
My family.
I told you yesterday the biggest thing in between us right now is the truth. And we have a big gap between us and the truth right now. Okay? All right. I'm not promising you. Listen.
Plan of being me.
I'm not promising you anything. Okay? I want the truth, and I will promise you. I promise you a meeting. Yes, you're my wife, okay? I'm not promising you anything today other than a meeting. You give me the truth, you get your meeting, you get your face-to-face, you get to see me. All this wonderful things you send me on email about how much you want me.
To meet with you.
Okay, you get to meet with me today. That's what you get. You left, and I'm offering you a meeting.
What is it? Just a meeting? I left, or I was taken away.
No, you left out.
That against me about me. No. You brought your ex-wife to our home, and that was wrong.
I didn't bring nobody. She got her ass on a plane and came, and the messages show that you told her that you would support her when she got here. So we're not playing this game. She is irrelevant in this conversation.
Asked Albert, and then what did I do? I got on the phone with you and I said, I don't agree with this.
Okay, fine. You know what? My son's missing. I don't care about stupid, petty. You think I'm hooking up with her. It's about Gannon. So you give me the truth and I'll meet.
It's not about hooking up with her. It's about you.
But that's all you said. Teacher, stop. Put the brakes.
Be on TV hugging your ex-wife.
Actually, I should, because she's the mother of my son, and I'm not playing this game with you, okay? Do you want to meet? Do you want to meet or not?
Do you want to know what?
Do you want to meet or not?
You want to know something? You should, but then guess what? This wife of yours has done everything that that sorry-ass motherfucking mother hasn't done. Okay?
I'm not arguing with you about that. I'm not arguing anything.
Do you think I got a hug from you?
You got plenty of hugs. You got plenty of hugs until you decided to bounce and come and get your shit and bounce.
I asked for Valentine's Day. I said, hey, let us come stay. Do you think you gave me anything? But you can give her conversations every day. You can talk to her every day.
Listen, you've been begging me. Listen.
You tell all the shit to the kids.
Let me tell you something. Listen. You're not making you're not making yourself believable to me. You offered the truth, okay? You offered lie detector test. I don't even believe you're anywhere close to here. That's why you're dodging this meeting. Okay? That's the God's honest.
Dodging a meeting.
Yeah, you are.
You for days.
Yeah, you are. You're dodging this shit.
You come to your hotel, you won't even tell me where you're staying.
Well, I asked you the same question, and you won't even tell me where. You tell me.
I gave it to you.
Yeah, you said the North End.
Place I was staying.
You said the North End. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Say America. Yes, I did.
Bullshit.
You go look at your email.
I know, and it's bullshit. You don't think I didn't drive around there just like I drove around looking for other shit?
Drive around there. I don't have a car.
All right.
You're going to find me.
Screenshot me a receipt right now. Send me the receipt from your email because I know you got it because you always get them. Okay, so don't play me, homie. All right, send me the shit and then I'll believe you.
Second, do you think for a second that I pay for this? Do you think that?
All right, fine. All right, back up. You give me the truth and I'll drive to freaking Extended Stay America right now. Give me the truth.
I gave you the truth. I walked you through what happened.
No, you walked me through 27 versions of a fake bullshit lie, okay? All right, tell me the truth right now.
So now you want the truth, and you just told me it was a lie.
No.
You're not trying to be on my side.
I am. I'm trying to meet you.
You literally just told me it was a fake bullshit of a lie. You just told me none of it was true.
Tisha, I got to ask you every day.
You just told me that.
I got to ask you every day, like yesterday was the bike accident. That was the first time I heard that one after 3 weeks. Okay, now today I call you back, willing to work with you for a lie detector test, and that's a bullshit story. Okay?
I already said I would do a lie detector test. I already told you I would do a lie detector test.
That's completely irrelevant. What's relevant is the truth. You get me at Extended Stay America.
That's to do.
Listen, you get me at Extended Stay America. You can do whatever you want to with me, okay? I just want the truth, and that's what you get.
You okay? Like you're really gonna let that happen?
Listen, you give me the truth and we find my son.
If you wanted me, you would not be apart from me.
Tisha, watch your interview. You said you left because of Landon. You said that, not me. I didn't say Tisha leave. I said, everybody come together, be a team, let's find Gannon. That's what I said. And that's what I've said from day one. And you bounced on me.
Left from the house because you had her there in our home.
It sure did. And
the sarcasm is big in the chat today. Just a few second pause here to get the YouTube algorithm to see that I'm actually speaking. This phone call is disturbing how she is avoiding everything. It's like reading a Twitter thread where a troll is trying to convince you that you're wrong. But when you ask them, okay, your position is that I am wrong, give me your evidence, and they provide nothing.
Yep.
That's what I'm getting from Letecia Stauch here. She's trolling.
And the
Yeah.
child is missing, and she wants to discuss why his ex-wife is there and what's going on, and like it's so, it's gross.
Yeah, that speaks volumes about the level of supposed narcissism that's clearly, if she is having a mental illness, that narcissism might be a correct one. I mean, complaining about Valentine's Day when your husband's kid is missing.
And you're
That's,
supposedly the one that knows what happened. It's
Yeah.
so crazy.
yeah. Let's continue with the phone call.
I'll tell every judge, jury in this country that I had my ex-wife, my mom, my two sisters, my uncle, Aunt Veronica, two other freaking women, Landon's brother. I had a team of like 15 people supporting the family, working as a team to do everything we could to find Gannon. That's the truth. Okay.
I'm sorry if it sounds selfish, but I hate that bitch.
Okay. But guess what? Listen to what I just said. I had everybody in the house, but you know who wasn't there? My wife and my daughter. They bounced on me. Okay. They bounced on me, but me being a good person, I'm still here willing to listen to you.
Mom, we had to turn the keys into you.
I told that you can come get your stuff after you said you didn't want to be there anymore. Okay, you left. You and Harley got in Harley's car, packed suitcases, supposedly going to the police station, and you never showed up until like the next day or some shit like that. Okay, so if you would have done what you were supposed, you listen to me. If you would have done what you're supposed to do, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. Okay, so don't turn this on me. I've been a team player this whole time for the entire team.
Would be together right now is what you're saying.
If you would have never left, we wouldn't be having this conversation. You got your shit and you bounced, okay? What we need now is the truth.
You're saying if I would have never left, we'd be together right now.
I'm saying you bounced, okay? You bounced.
Okay, see, that's your point. You don't have any. You don't want to be with me.
That's not what I'm saying. It's not about our relationship. It's about Gannon. And you're dodging me when I keep asking you for the truth, saying I'm going to drive to you at Extended Stay America. She's hung up.
Have Special Agent Cronin back up on the stand.
Agent Cronin, if you would resume your seat on the witness stand, I remind you, ma'am, that you're still under oath.
Yeah, that was a disturbing phone call, but not many details in it other than
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
dodging everything.
What we hear in this particular phone call, and then the prior phone calls that we heard while Mr. Stauch was on the stand, were you present for all those phone calls as well?
Yes, sir.
Fairly consistent approach from Al in trying to get information.
Should I lower the
from
volume on
defendant in those
the
phone calls,
stream?
Yes.
trying to get details about where Gannon may be?
Yes.
Was it fairly consistent through all of these phone calls for the defendant to then distract away and cause a tangent discussion?
Yes.
Is that what we hear when Al starts pushing her to give the truth and then it turns into a discussion about ex-wife?
Yes.
At the time of this particular phone call, there's some discussion about Extended Stay America. Is that the hotel that the defendant was staying at right after Gannon's disappearance with family members?
Yes, I believe so.
Is that on the north side of Colorado Springs?
Yes.
Did you know at that particular time of this phone call, so February 15th of 2020, where the defendant actually was located, in whether in the city or anywhere?
Yes, we know.
Where did you know her to be at that time?
South Carolina.
How did you know that information?
We had tracked her
Thank you.
purchases and then got video of her crossing the country.
Okay. So when she's agreeing to potentially meet, if information is given, was she implying that she was still here in the city?
Yes, she was.
In your opinion, was that a distraction attempt by her?
Yes.
Throughout the course of your involvement in the investigation and what you observed, was it fairly common for the defendant to try to manipulate the investigation the way we just heard in this phone call?
Yes.
Was there any indication that Quincy Brown was involved in Gannon Stauch's disappearance?
No.
Did you have a chance to look up who Quincy Brown was?
Yes.
And who did that turn out to be?
He was a sexual offender that was on the most wanted list that week of offenders or fugitives in the Colorado Springs area.
Is that commonly published in this area by the media outlets, including the Gazette and I think KKTV and those types of outlets?
Yes.
And he was listed on that?
Yes.
Okay. Did you learn, based on your knowledge of investigation, that he was not even in the country anymore?
Yes.
Okay. I want to next jump to another phone call that occurs on February 15th, 2020 at 12:10 p.m. Were you present for that call as well?
Yes.
Again, same process that you described yesterday about passing notes to Al and suggesting questions and coaching him up?
Correct.
All right, Your Honor, at this time, I would request permission to publish People's Exhibit number 52. This one is longer. It's an hour and 4 minutes long.
All right. We should be able to finish that, and then we'll take our break.
Yep, okay.
Okay. And Agent, you can step down if you would like to do so.
So it sounds like she just Googled somebody's name.
Hello?
Hey. Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So I just got off the phone with that Amber lady, and I don't know, I kind of feel stupid now because she's like, no, I ain't heard from nobody about nothing like that.
That's how I sent her a message.
I'm just telling you what she said to me.
Send it to the number you gave me. So if it was a landline, maybe she didn't get it. But if it's a cell phone, then she got it.
Okay, I'm just telling you what the lady told me. I don't know. Like I told you, I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Is it a cell phone or a landline?
I don't know. I called and she answered. That's all I know. I mean, you want to hang up and try to call her?
Telling me it's got to be a cell phone.
Do you want to hang up and try to call her? I mean, I'm just so sick of this. I'm just listen. Things were great.
I hanging up to call the FBI.
No, you don't have to. I'm just saying, do you want to hang up and try to call her instead of message her? What I'm trying to say is, like, I just want things to go back like they were like Christmas. Like right when we got the 2 puppies, all the kids were there. Everybody was so happy. Kids were playing their Switch. We were playing with the puppies, and it's just life was just like happy as could be. And then and then here we are. I just want to go back to that, Tisha. Why can't we just get back to that place in our life?
Over.
What?
For a second, that is not on my mind every single day, and that's not what I want. I put in so much effort in Christmas, and what you're saying, how much effort I put in the Christmas and holidays for everyone, and you think for a second that's not what I want? I go out my way for all of our children to have tons and tons of clothing, so everything I saw, but the way that has online, who do you think bought it? Who do you think did all that? Don't you think I love doing that? And I pray every day. That's exactly. I wake up every morning looking for you. Then realize I'm not beside you. Then realize I'm not helping the kids get ready for school. You think I don't know that and want that? I wasn't going through some turmoil where, oh God, I don't love my life. I hate myself. No. We had a great house. We have a great family. Like, really? So don't bring up Christmas. Now you want the dog. You think it's about me that I don't get to be like, oh, gosh, this year was this. Guess what? 17th, I always tell you happy anniversary. 17th, month by month by month. Think that's not coming up? Think I don't want to do that? You think the kids? Think I don't think about that every time? Oh, because you know why? Landon pops up against to be the Saints. This is the 100th day of school. I got the kids in the school. I kept them in school. I homeschooled them. You think I don't want them? Come on now.
Well, how
Like doing all these different things when Gannon finally gets to middle school, because maybe, just maybe, the whole point of us filling our Twitter was for him to get called to hockey. I'm so excited that seemingly, like, you know, he might be interested in the sport that I can be at the schoolhouse and be a part of. This all this I want it.
well, how do we get it back? How do we get back to just a month and a half ago? That's what I want to know. Because a month and a half ago, there was 5 people and 2 dogs. Now it's just me. So how do we get back there?
Albert?
Like, I don't even have, you listen, I don't even have Lena. She's in Texas right now. I'm freaking.
That's your fault. Let me just go ahead and tell you. Because you shouldn't allow that to happen. That was irresponsible on your part. Okay? And you can think that I'm wrong or for whatever reason you want to. I don't agree with that, because at the end of the fucking day, she's still a drug. She still don't take care of her kids, and she still don't have a place to live. I want to let my child live with her. So that's on you. That's not me. I didn't make that decision and would have never made that decision.
But she's coming back. Don't get me wrong. She's coming back. I'm just talking about this weekend. Okay, she's down there with them. But even then, how do we get back to the 5 of us? The 5 of us, me, you, Harley, Gannon, and Lena. How do we get back to that point? How do we have a family and 2 dogs and a 2-story house and all the things that we had and 3 cars and, you know, the American dream? Right now I'm living the American nightmare. How do I get back to the American dream? I need you to help me get there.
Albert, the first step is we figure out what the people in this world are cruel, okay? They are. People are cruel. Okay? You, in your mind, know better than us. That American dream you just talked about, we would have never had it if any of those 5 people in our home would have been cruel. If any of those 5 people would have been out to hurt people or do bad things to people, okay? So that's the first step that you need to realize, is that this is not me against you. Yeah, of course, people always, in marriages, you're going to have disagreements. But you know good well, we literally just got off a cruise for our anniversary. I made sure that the children were in the best care possible, with someone staying there, not only with Harley, okay, someone in the adult that can make sure that they had everything they needed. Not a worry in the world. You know, I've always done that. I had always security systems installed. Check the ring gap. Check alarm. You know me as that person. So until you put that in your mind, that's the first step. Because you can't be against your wife on this. And you can't be thinking what these people are thinking online, that I'm this different, because that's not true. Without me and God, the children would not be in our home. And without you and God, the children would not be in our home. Because they were in horrible situations. So in order to get back the way it is, we need to figure out who can help us. Who can help us figure out the best way to get in, whether whatever it is. Do you want me to give him my leg? You want me to give him my arm?
No. Listen, I'm telling you, I told you this yesterday. I feel like this is all going to be my fault in the end, okay? Because I was gone when this happened. So don't sit there and offer your legs and arms up when it's my fault.
I'm not going to let you say that. Here's why. Okay? Let me tell you here's why. Because when you were in Oklahoma for 5 months, I had to be the one cleaning and checking to make sure the kids were okay. I had to be the one driving, making sure this, that, saving people, barely getting time with them. I had to do that for you. I had to drive through the night to Orlando to catch planes, to a hurricane to get them to you in Oklahoma. Right?
But you got to understand. Let me tell you how I feel. Let me tell you my feelings. What is one of the most important things to me that I always say? Protection, right? And I failed in that because I couldn't protect my son, and I couldn't protect you from getting your head smashed and all these other things. Okay. So that's how I'm feeling right now. But how do we get back to what we were with our 5 people in our family?
We are that. Why are we saying get back to it? That's what we are.
No, because I'm one person. Gannon's unknown. You and Harley bounced. Lena's with Landon. Okay, that's not 5 people. That's 4 people somewhere and 1 person unknown. So how do we get Gannon? How do we get Gannon back? Number 1.
Let me ask you a question, okay? We're gonna sit for a second here, and we're gonna say, all right, we're gonna focus on 2 separate things here. First thing is we're gonna come back to getting Gannon back and all that. But let me ask you what you just said. Let me answer to what you just said. You can't in your mind that that's what you want to get back. If you now. Let me back up and say this. Heath and Harley didn't leave. This is what happened. Heath and Harley came back after they took absolutely everything from me. I went in. You were laying on the sofa, and I tried to talk to you. I said, come to the bedroom. Let me talk to you. Okay? I tried. The next day, you helped them. You did. Instead of just calling to say, hey, listen, they want to take Harley's car, and they want to take her. You didn't never say that. Okay? You could have been trusting and said that to me. You know good and well. I have a lot that I've worked hard for to throw away. You could have said that. Instead, they chased us down, and your child that you're saying you want back in your life and you want was put in handcuffs like he's buying underwear.
Listen, you're right. Hold on. I'll stop you right there. All that's my fault. You're right. I could have stopped it. I could have said, no, leave the girls alone. You're right. Okay. Keep going. Tell me the rest of it.
So when I come back, okay, after all this, we had the most important thing that you knew I needed, the most important thing that means the world to me and all of that was our items, specifically my diamond rings were in that car. I tried to reach out to you to say, can you please at least ask them, can we have those things? You wanted nothing to talk to me because that means the world to me to have my rings on because I took my vows for better with you. And I tried reaching out for you. Hey, they have my ring. They have my ID. I didn't even have money because they have my card. You wouldn't even talk to me. So then you wonder why? I said, if my husband would not even talk to me, he would not even warn me that my child was about to get put in place and that he me because I was yelling at Harley not to move. I was threatening, told they were going to shoot me right there. It's on camera.
Well, listen. I'm sorry. That's my fault too. Okay. No, I want you to know I'm telling you, all this is my fault. Okay. I'm acknowledging that. Keep going. I'm just trying to be a team here.
But then you tell everybody I leave. But when the truth is, you didn't step in any of that and say, hey, babe.
Okay, all right. No, I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop you there. You told the world on camera you left. I didn't. So let's clarify that, and then you can go on. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Why I wasn't? They asked why I was not out there.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ. She's worried about her diamond ring and her stuff when the kid is gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I have started this one. If it is so clear cut that she did it, then why such a long trial? And Sardonism gave a good answer. She's pleading insanity, so the state has to show she knew what she was doing and meant to do it. And yeah. But some trials are longer than others just because of the amount of evidence they need to put forward, like these phone calls, the number of agents involved, the police department, the FBI. So they have to make clear. Let's go oops, sorry. No, there. So they have to make every piece of evidence has to be in a clear line from where they took it to when they present it in court. So you have to have the foundation for that evidence. So the cop that collected it, the person who analyzed it. So it's always at least a 3-step that they have to put forward to the court to say, this is how we collected it, this is how we tested it, and now we are presenting it. So these things take time, the more evidence that are in. And since Gannon disappeared January 27th, and he wasn't found until a few weeks later, or a month and a half later.
Was it March 20th, I think?
March 20th, yeah. So almost 2 months later. So they have to go all the way what happened during these 2 months. Also, because she is pleading insanity, they have to show with evidence, no, she is not insane. So these things take time. But the prosecution is doing a great job, and I do believe that this trial is moving a lot faster than it could have. But I also saw, I forgot to star that comment. What was it? I forgot it.
Yeah, if you hear these phone calls, you would think that it was just like a domestic dispute between the two. You wouldn't think that there's a child missing in the mix. And that's very, like, telling to me. She doesn't care.
Exactly. She only cares for herself, her diamond ring, her cards, her wallet. She clearly she doesn't give 2 craps on a straw about Gannon. So now we have satisfied the YouTube algorithm by talking about it. Let's go back to the phone.
Listen to me. In the situation, I'm sitting here getting my things taken, and people think I don't have feelings. Why this girl was sitting up in her house when she went cookies without your kids. She didn't even complain on her birthday, which was 4 days before. And you think I weren't angry? You think I wasn't sitting there mad, thinking you don't give a fuck about them? Yes. Call me, and I'll take the blame for that. I'll take the.
Good catch. Her language, she wanted the ring for money. That's why she said diamond ring, not wedding ring. Good catch. Orange is the way. Good catch.
Blame for being. If you would let that bitch run in our house the way she did our children. So I did. After those times that she came to our house drunk, and I had to let her stay at 4697 Farm Lake Drive, and you fucked me out about it and told me I was on her team because she was drunk and I wasn't letting her high or whatever, and I was letting her leave with those kids. That's why. Because that was I don't care what the situation was. Put her in her fucking ass in a hotel if you didn't give anything to our children. I don't care what the times were. Because that didn't do anything but put a wedge between us. So yes, when I came back that night, I had no other choice but to get clothing. I had no intentions of getting but a few things of clothing. So then when I see this bitch or other people, I'm not going to name any names, but you told me who or not, with my motherfucking clothes on, and then I see people, you can say what you want to in a time like this, you should worry about that. I'm not worried about the material things. It's the principle in my home. Because I don't disrespect people's homes. If they disrespected me like that, there's no telling what they did to you or what it did to our children. That's why I was angry. So be mad at me and what you want, because I took clothes from there because I didn't want them burned. When I walked in that house the first time, that shit had been moved. That shouldn't have happened, Albert. You shouldn't have let that bitch Veronica walk around and move like shit. That was wrong. Where was this bitch at when we needed help? When I needed somebody to help sometimes, where was she at, Albert? Where was she at when we needed help sometimes? When you would be working, and we needed a babysitter. Where the fuck was she at? And you let her walk around and move her shit, and then you let her go downstairs and do what she did to Harley? Oh, That was it.
Who did what to Harley? No, I don't know who did what to Harley.
Well, why don't you ask the Veronica what she wants and his Harley? And then we were, and my mother wasn't used to their word for it because she wanted to make sure we got our things. You asked her that.
No, I'm asking you. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
And you asked Bobby Hunt that, man. You let that woman follow that child there that didn't even step in to get a motherfucking hurt.
Follow her down. So, wait, anyways, I don't know what happened. Harley can tell me later. I don't know.
Yeah. So my point is, so you can I wasn't trying to be a part. You did not step in to help me defeat any of the odds. Sit there and try to talk to people, to try to remember anything else, to try to go through the steps of it. I immediately had to go into a defense mode, fighting for myself with nothing. Nothing. I was told, I was locked in the bathroom to freaking piss in my own home. And you wonder why I was like, well, why am I going to be here for? You had no business even let my brother even put his hand on one of our handguns. You had no business with that.
Hey, you better stop right there because I was in total control of those weapons the whole time. You will not do that to me. Go ahead.
You might have been in total control, but he had no business doing that. Okay?
Who gives a crap about that? Come on now.
The point is, Albert, you let these people come in during that time, the first few days, and you let them control things. And you can say you didn't, and maybe you were hurt, maybe you were upset, maybe your focus was on one thing. And I understand that. I try to do nothing but say, okay, thinking about that in my mind, and I still love my husband, and I still know that he was not in his right mind there. But if it kept continuing, you could have stepped in and said right then, if you are not.
Yeah, gaslighting. This, I know people joke about it sometimes on social media about gaslighting. This, what you're hearing from Leticia Stauch, this is gaslighting. So, next time somebody is talking about gaslighting, remember you have a great example here about what that actually is and means.
And like, for me, it's so telling too, because here she is screaming about all this non-important stuff to him when hasn't she supposedly been SA'd and he's been kidnapped and some strange man, kidnapped her and took her to her house to SA her. Like, how are you worried about your relationship when all of those things went on?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
That's why I think these phone calls are so important, because it's showing exactly where her mind was at. And it was not insane.
Exactly. And that's why we are hearing all these phone calls now, just for the prosecution to show the jury this is not a legally insane person. She knows exactly what she's doing all the time. Let's continue with the phone call.
Or you are not related to me by blood. I know your sisters are. I know your mom is. If you're not a Stauch and you're not related to me by blood, you need to leave this house. That's exactly what.
Okay, all right. Teachers, no, stop. Listen, I'll tell you. Put all that on me. I don't care, okay? We can fight about all that for the rest of our lives. You're right. I let people come in that house that ain't got no blood relation to me. You're absolutely right. Okay, but the bigger issue here, and I've let you go on, so I'm trying to be respectful and let you talk and talk and talk, but all this is about you and your damn stuff, not a damn thing about Gannon. Yes, it is. No, yes, it is.
No, you asked me how. I said we're going to talk about two separate things. That's what I told you. So that's the first thing. Now, the most important thing is Gannon. You asked me the question how to have everything back, American Dream, like you said, in December. You just realized where your actions could have been different. You realized where my actions could have been different. So until we have trust put those actions back together and bring it back together as one, Albert, as one. You didn't marry me, or I didn't marry you in order to turn our backs on each other in tough times. That's not how it works in life. You know me better. I know you better. You know you've had to live with the past of the things that your father's done. I've never once said to you, I don't trust you with my child, and I feel like you're bad around them. Never once.
Actually, you have said that. Which is bullshit. But go ahead, I'll listen to you.
No, I did not. You were talking about something Landon was trying to get me to turn on.
Okay, all right.
I'm talking about in our home. You know good and well, if I went somewhere and Harley was there, I was never worried for a second.
All right, so stop. You're not okay. Stop. Let me interject, okay? Because this is supposed to be about Gannon. This part one was no. Listen, please listen.
So we can go get Gannon.
Okay, the problem is here. You said until we have trust. The problem is we're not there yet. Okay, because a few minutes early. No. Listen. I'm gonna tell you why right now. Okay, No, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why, and then I'll let you talk, okay? Please listen. I'm going to tell you why. Because, okay, I've taken the blame for everything that I'm responsible for in this situation, probably more than I should have, but I'll take the blame for all of it, okay? Quincy Brown's got the boy, okay? But the part that I still don't have trust about is when I brought up the fact that there was a puddle of blood in the house, you mentioned a head wound. You didn't even say a damn thing about that. Not a peep, Tisha. You blew right past it. So fill in the blanks for me.
No. What are you talking about, a head wound? I never said to you about any kind of head wound. Now, see, this is where you...
No, you did. You said in the bicycle incident, which you later told me was not true, but you...
You're muted.
Of course, I'll make a boomer moment out of this. Vice raid. Legal vices sent people over 100. We went from 70 to over 150 people. Boomer, yeah. I told you in the beginning of the stream there will be a boomer moment. Raid causes muting. Yeah. It's Jeff's fault. Well, thank you all for showing up from Jeff's stream. We are 1 hour and 18 minutes in. In about 30 minutes, they will have a break, a 15-minute break in the trial. So you can start from the beginning. We talked for about half an hour, so we are only... And look who's here. Look who's here.
Howdy. How y'all doing?
Hey.
Hey, Jeff, have you met Jamie?
I have not. I have now.
I'm a big fan.
Oh, well, gee, thanks.
Jamie has been sitting with David on his stream the entire time,
Okay.
I believe. So if we have any questions, we can ask her.
Well, I know literally nothing about this other than with the day bells, and then this case, I wanted nothing to do with this case. I'll just sit down to a standard old cop shooting a hooker case.
Yeah. Well, the short version is an 11-year-old boy went missing on January 27th, 2020. He was found March 20th, 2020. And the prosecution is trying to prove that Letecia Stauch is the person who ended his life, and they're doing a damn good job with it. She is having an insanity plea.
Okay, I didn't know about the insanity plea. All right.
Yeah, which the defense is not so far doing.
MLS lurking here in the chat.
Oh, David. Well, he has the. Let's see. Well, we are into phone call number 2 that will last an hour. We are about 15 minutes in, or 20 minutes. we have stopped, so we are 6 minutes behind, but that only means that we can catch up during the break that will become a reality in about 40 minutes, maybe.
All right.
So this is the phone call between her, Albert Stauch, the father, Letecia Stauch, the stepmother, who has allegedly ended this boy's life with 18 stab wounds, blunt force trauma,
Yikes.
and a gunshot through the jaw.
Ow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna mute my microphone unless I'm talking, so y'all don't hear bulldogs snoring in the background.
So that's where we are. But so if everybody new in the chat, we are over 200. Like and subscribe. You know the drill. You know the drill.
And in case you aren't aware, he is fully monetized now and can take all of your shekels, dineros, dollars, and euros, and everything else you can throw at him.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind. No, that's it. I won't mind.
Yeah, give them all the money.
So that was the short version. We are in the middle of a phone call between Albert. Oh, look at this. Gillian became a member. Thank you so much. I'm not entirely sure what I will do with the members, but I have thought about, Jesus Christ. Sun is getting
you're getting sun in Sweden now. That's good.
Yeah. And the sun is right there, beaming to the window and beaming through my curtains. Russell, thank you so much. This case is so depressing to listen to. Who could stab an 11-year-old child 18 times? Well, you might get an inkling when we continue with the...
Well, at least you decided that 19 was too many.
Yeah. And he had defensive wounds on his arms, and he was stabbed in the back. So the poor kid was trying to get away.
Yep. So it sounds like I was right in just sticking to cops shooting hookers.
Yeah. Because the worst part is she stuffed him in a suitcase and threw him under a bridge in Florida. That's where he was found 2 months later. So
yeah, she drove from Colorado to Florida.
Yeah, because I was listening to Danny's Daybell case when they were talking about just finding like the lumps of flesh buried in the backyard from the 8-year-old kids and things like God. And then this came up and I'm like, I don't want to hear any more of either of these, but I'm here to support you. Kim, howdy, Kim.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But now let's continue with the definition. Thank you for becoming a member, Kim. There. Now we can continue listening to the definition of gaslighting. Okay, let's go there.
I already told you I made that up because you would never believe anything I said.
Okay, so how did the puddle of blood get there? Because it wasn't there before we moved in. So, okay, tell me about the puddle of blood in the corner. No, you said the wall. You said there was something on the wall. Who cares what it was? You cleaned it.
You want to join?
I don't know anything about that other than what you said.
You ain't cleaned everything from when Gannon. Okay.
Yeah, and no, you didn't because we haven't talked about this. There was a puddle of blood the size of like one of those paper dinner platter plates. It's significant, and that was on the concrete, which means it had to be significantly bigger and more thicker. Whatever. I can't hear you.
Well, saucy.
Hello.
I have a question.
I can't hear you.
I didn't catch. I know you mentioned it, but it didn't sink into my head. Is this husband to wife or father to daughter?
Husband to wife.
And it's his kid too.
Yeah, it is his kid.
He's being real freaking calm about this.
In the background of this call is an FBI agent. So he is he's recording the call. She's already a suspect, but only for
and she's talking in all caps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Husband to wife. Got it.
You're talking about something.
I'm talking about such. No, it was not already there. Okay, that blood was not already there. How did the blood get there? Okay, it was a significant amount of blood. How did it get there in the corner of Gannon's room, under his bed, which you told me the beds were pushed together? So how did the blood get there?
Are you done yelling at me?
I'm not yelling. I'm not yelling. How did the blood get there?
Everyone clicked Nicholas's member.
You can tell all your little police people that are listening.
Did Quincy Brown bang Gannon's head up against the wall or something? Did he bust Gannon's head open? Did he hit him with a 2x4? What did Quincy do to Gannon? What did he do to Gannon that put blood on the floor?
Yeah. During all of this, this is for the chat and for you, Jeff, she has been telling different stories depending on who's asking the questions. She's been blaming more or less everybody between unknown, who's never been found, to people who might have been around. Everybody but herself.
Because I'm not stupid. I know you have police there. I know you have people there.
You can believe whatever you want, obviously, because I've had so many freaking stories that you believed that were true to tell me, and then you always back off of them. Okay, so you can believe whatever the hell you want to believe. All I believe is what I saw.
Yeah, because that's what you've done.
All I believe is what I saw: blood on the floor in my son's room, and my son is missing. Okay, that's the two things I know. Gannon was hurt in my house.
I don't know. How many times do I have to say this to you? I don't know.
You don't know how he got hurt, okay?
This is David's
You
setup,
asked
so
me
we can
15
watch
times the same as that question, and I'm giving you the
The
same as that
prosecution and
answer,
the
same as that answer. I don't know.
the
Then you try to turn it, and you try to ask me another way, and then you try to turn around and you try to say something nice and sweet like you really care, and then you come back and ask me the same question again. And I've given you the same answer. If you're so concerned about
But you had no stop, because you haven't given me the same answer. It's been a different story every time.
You sure aren't your ass to go find him to see what he did to Gannon. You are too busy worrying about something that you think you can solve.
I'm still waiting on the address. You were supposed to give me the address. You were supposed to give me the address from your lawyer's people.
Me.
Yes, because you said they had it.
You had to FBI.
Now you're changing your story. You're changing your story. You called the police, not me. I wasn't there. I'll take the blame for not being there, for not protecting you. You called the police. Why did you call the police?
I am.
You call. Actually, no. Stop right there. You called the police and told him he ran away. Not that Quincy Brown took him. What the fuck, Tisha?
He sounds like Mitch Hedberg.
Answer that for me. You know, without a shadow of a doubt, Quincy Brown, and I believe you, Quincy Brown has my son. This motherfucker from somewhere up north of here, okay? But you called the police and said he ran away. Don't tell me you were freaking out. Okay, no. Don't give me some bullshit. Don't give me some bullshit story, Tisha. Tell me the goddamn truth right now.
Answer. If you're not going to listen to my answer, then why are you talking?
I'm listening. This is it. This is the line in the sand. Quincy Brown got my son, and you told the police he ran away, and there's blood in his room.
Guilty. Why would I call the police?
I said Quincy Brown was guilty. I didn't say you. I said Quincy Brown. Why are you talking about yourself? Why did you say if you were guilty? You told me you weren't the whole time. Why did you say if you were guilty?
Oops.
You said Quincy Brown, and I said Quincy Brown. You keep bringing it back to you, not me. No, I said there's blood in the room. Quincy Brown took him. You called the police and said he ran away. Explain all those things to me right now.
Yeah, Juni Björns has provided me and David with clear facts. So
Albert?
That has been.
What?
You calm down. I'm going to answer your question.
Oh, I'm calm. I'm as calm as I can be. I'm calm as I can
Because
be.
I'm not stupid. Yeah.
I'm not stupid either. You fucking lied to me and you fucking lied to the police. I'm not stupid either. So you better get right.
I told the police.
Yeah. Albert Stauch, the husband, was away on National Guard duty when his son disappeared. allegedly at the hands of Letecia Stauch. Motive unclear so far. And yes, Uni Jones is our expert witness. Yeah, invaluable for keeping me afloat in this.
When I got there, what happened?
Man, you told him he ran away, and the whole neighborhood was looking for a runaway for days and days and days. You're lying. You are now lying, and I'm calling you out. You're lying.
That is not true. That is not what happened. When they interviewed me, I told them exactly what happened.
But that's not okay. I don't give a fuck what you said. You told me he was a runaway, so I called, and I cursed the lady out on the recorded line. Told her to get there for my runaway son. Okay, you never once told me Quincy Brown had the boy and there was blood in his room. So you better get it straight right now.
When you stop yelling at me.
When you start telling the truth. Tell the truth and I'll stop getting upset. You lying.
I told you the truth.
You are lying, Tisha.
You call me back.
Go ahead and hang up when you call me back when you got the truth. You're fucking lying.
Are you done yelling and cursing at me?
Jeez.
I'm done. Go ahead.
So, for a second, for a minute, I need you to just breathe. Because you're yelling at me. And I can't even answer a question when you're screaming. And every time I go to open my mouth, you're screaming and yelling at me.
Every time there's a lie, I'm going to call you out. So let's go. Let's see.
There's nothing further to be a lie.
Okay, I'm just going to warn you. I'm firing a warning shot right now. You lie, I'm going to tell you you're lying. Go ahead.
Look, I haven't even said that. You're still running your yap.
All right.
You're still running your yap.
All right, I'm shutting my yap. Go ahead.
Still running your yap.
Yeah, gaslighting.
Yeah.
If there was blood in Gannon's room, that would have been already from when he cut his foot. I've already told you that.
Thank you, Puddingwood.
Okay? I told you that his arm from him getting burned was bleeding some, and so was his foot. I've already told you that.
Okay, you're lying. You're lying. Stop. That's a lie. Change it again because that's a lie. Here's the game we're going to play. Every time you lie, I'm going to call you out. You can't bleed that much from a burn. You can't bleed that much from a burn. You can't bleed that much from a cut on your foot from a 2x4. I'm not
Bleed
stupid.
from a burn?
You're lying. Go ahead. Change it again. You're lying.
Side. You said a plate side.
A dinner plate that's what seeped through, Tisha. That means there was a puddle of blood on the damn carpet to seep through the carpet, an inch of carpet pad, and onto the concrete pad where it looked like it had been sitting there for days. Okay, all right, that's what I saw. So tell the fucking truth.
God, this woman makes me want to drink.
You should ask the people who were there living because I never was there and contaminated the crime scene. Maybe you should ask them.
Tisha, guess what? Guess what?
Bro, get your fucking asses on the contamination.
All right, good.
Who did that? You tell me who did it.
All right, nice. Guess what? You're just telling on yourself now. You're worried about you're worried about a damn loophole. You're trying to find a loophole. Okay. Oh.
Contaminated it.
Okay. There's another loophole. All right. There's another loophole.
Contaminated.
All right. There's 3 loopholes already.
Contaminated.
All right.
It sounds funny to me that they left protection with a child missing. Maybe they contaminated.
That's fine. Okay, fine. All right. So that's
Like it when I'm talking shit.
Landon, Lena, and Veronica, and me. That's 4 loopholes right there. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you to quit lying. You just told on. Hey, between me and you just told on yourself because you just said they contaminated a crime scene is what you said.
No, I said y'all contaminated me and y'all put it in there then.
Oh, we put it in there?
Say that back, do you?
Okay.
Do you?
All right. So you see, here you go. Here you go with the spin game. Oh,
Maybe your brother did.
you were on the cut foot and the burnt arm. Now it's a spin game, okay? All right, keep going with your spin.
You the one said you know the answer, so I mean, so if you know the fucking answer, I was going to ask you what the bullshit you said to me.
Yeah, that's it's freaking, I know what the answer is. It's freaking Gannon's blood. It's Gannon's blood from a head injury. Now, how did he get a head injury? How did he get a head injury over there in the corner? I mean, you freaking told on yourself saying you pushed the beds together. You pushed the beds together. We've never pushed the beds together. You're lying.
Mitchellsburg, yeah,
Let me tell you
I can hear
something.
that.
If you went in somewhere where there was blood and you were allowed to walk in there, maybe you did it.
Oh, maybe I did, huh?
He wasn't allowed anywhere to see this.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You do it.
Wait a minute.
So you just said you walked in somewhere to see it. Did you do it? Because you should, if that was the case, what you're telling me is you shouldn't even been allowed in
The
there.
rest of the trial is at Michigan Law Show. I will have his,
I was in Oklahoma. That's what I got to say. That's my loophole.
in
Okay.
second.
You want to try to pin it on me? Go ahead.
You walked in there the other day.
Yeah, I walked in there and saw it after. Hey, you told on yourself because you, hey.
Then you maybe you could have been there because you know why?
All right. Let's calm down. Let's calm down. Okay.
In there then.
All right. Hey,
You were the United States and you should have walked in supposed to crime scene.
listen, calm down.
Did you walk? Did you walk in the room, huh?
What do you think is going to happen? Hey, what do you think is going to happen when they solve this crime? Okay. What do you think?
They're going to arrest her. That's what's gonna happen.
What do you think? I don't know who.
Me and accuse me. You said you went somewhere. So who the fuck done it? Did she do it?
Just tell. Hey,
That if this was a crime scene, y'all were fucking allowed to be in there.
so she should. Okay.
Tell me better than this. Because I know you're pretty smart. Tell me better than this. So you admitted to me that you were allowed to walk into a crime scene.
No, I said I saw it. Don't twist my words. I saw it.
Who else went in there? God, dude.
Okay. You want to know? You want to know who else walked in there? You, Gannon with a head injury, Quincy Brown, and a puddle of blood walked in there. That's who walked in there. So what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen when they find that boy and put all these pieces together? Okay. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think is going to happen?
If that's what you think.
You can say whatever you want. Okay. Maybe this was a freaking accident. Maybe we can fix it. Okay. But the truth don't lie.
Accuse me. No.
I didn't accuse you. I accused Quincy Brown, and maybe there's a part of this that's an accident. Okay. By the
Head injury to Gannon Jacob Stauch. I don't know about it, or I didn't do it.
or. Why is it an or? Why is it an or? Okay. That's why I don't trust you.
Do it.
No, you didn't say and. You said or.
You're going to do this to me.
Listen, all of this stuff doesn't matter because by the time I saw a puddle of blood on the floor, Gannon was already gone. Okay. He was already walking sluggish to the truck. Okay. And he's God knows where he is if he's even alive. And that's what matters. Okay. I'm just
sluggish to the truck.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sure he was. Why did you anyways?
To the truck? Really?
Why would he be walking sluggish to the truck? He never does that when he has a tummy accident.
How can you determine sluggish from a video?
The same way you can determine a shadow means somebody's getting out of a truck. Okay, the same bullshit. Okay.
Any different than walking?
Listen. You claim a shadow. You claim a shadow means Gannon got out the truck. We never saw him. We saw him walking to the truck. Against
Quincy Brown and you.
Okay, good. I was walking sluggish when I cut my finger. Gannon was walking sluggish after he had a significant head wound with puddle of blood on the floor.
Seen Gannon walk sluggish.
Okay, I'm telling you, he was walking sluggish because he was hurt and there was a puddle of blood on the floor.
In this trial, the jury is allowed to ask questions to the witnesses. So they have direct, they have cross, and then they are allowed to ask questions. They write it down on a piece of paper, hand it over to the judge, who looks at it, deems if it's a question the witness can answer, and if it is, he will ask the witness the question, the witness answers, and then the prosecution and defense are allowed to ask new question based on that answer.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, and the jury has been on top of this, really on top of this.
I actually kind of like that. I think it would make the jury engage more.
Yeah, it's been really, really interesting because some of these questions, when I watched David's stream, they pick up stuff we don't notice. So they are really on top of it.
Yeah. It should be all across the board for this because they are so smart at the stuff they pick up, and you would be surprised at some of the questions they come out with.
Yeah. But let's continue with this so we don't.
And it's probably his blood. I haven't seen no freaking evidence, but I guarantee you it's his blood because it all adds up, Tisha. And he was walking sluggish because of that, just like I was walking sluggish when I cut my finger off. You hit the nail on the head, honey.
Is that one?
Understand, like you're talking,
It's between
this
the two
is
lawyers.
not making any sense. You're trying to say that he got hurt, but yeah. I don't even know that he got hurt.
Oh, why? Oh, I'm glad you caught yourself.
He got hurt Monday morning.
I'm glad you caught yourself. Yep, I'm glad you caught yourself though. Hey, listen, let's stop, okay? Because this is going nowhere. We can fix this. No, I want Gannon. I don't want you in trouble. I'm blaming Quincy Brown. Okay, I'm blaming freaking Quincy Brown. I want my son.
Just failed to tell me
Ask David
how we were
tomorrow when
supposed to
he
be backed
continues
away in
streaming.
our American dreams, and you start screaming
No,
in the middle of the wall.
because of my son. It's my son's blood all over the freaking house. Okay, my son's blood. If it was Harley's blood, you'd be screaming too. You're screaming, and it's not even your son.
You call this blood
Oh my God, it's not even her son.
I'm assuming who else's blood would be on the floor. Okay, good. Yeah, you got me. I'm assuming. I'm making a serious, legitimate assumption, putting all the pieces together. That is my son's blood. Lena, hey, is Lena cut up? Are you cut up? Is Harley cut up? No, Gannon's the only one missing, and we don't know. So yes, I'm assuming. Okay, I'm not cut up. I wasn't even there.
I'm going to tell you this, Albert.
You can tell me whatever you want to.
Yeah, she's been caught flipping the bird on occasions towards witnesses and her husband or former husband or current husband. At Albert's family, the judge has been he told her off quite, and it was quite interesting. The way he told her off is a person facing possible life sentence may not care, but then he pointed out, this is what I can do, like chaining her with her arms to the floor, more or less, telling her out of the courtroom. Different, interesting, and I don't think she has been flipping the bird since. So whatever he said, it was effective.
Now is the time when we fix this. Right now. Okay?
Okay, and I'm telling you right now, you 30 seconds and listen.
All right.
Instead of yelling back at me.
All right.
Gannon Stauch was not sluggish other than his stomach might have been hurt and his foot. There was nothing wrong with Gannon on Monday morning. He had his switch, was playing his switch, and there was nothing wrong with him.
Okay, fine.
Maybe he was a little tired because the boy stayed up at night with his stomach hurting, which I messaged you about.
Okay, fine.
Maybe he was a little tired for that part of it, but you can't assume that someone's sluggish and hurt on Monday morning. That is not true, okay? Gannon was under my care and was fine. If he'd been sluggish and hurt getting in your truck, there would have been blood in your thing.
Not as much as you would
He
expect.
was looking like he was
But
drunk.
it's not the defense
Really?
case yet. We're still
No.
11 days in the prosecution
I mean,
case.
He only takes his medicine. One, okay, his stomach was hurting. He had a lot of Miralax in his system.
God, it's
trying to
1:15 a.m. and there's
clean
a
out.
woman screaming at me. It's reminding me of my marriage.
So you did get. So wait. I want to stop you because you said you didn't give him anything. Now you say you did give him something. This whole time you didn't give him anything.
No, you're a fucking liar because I told you I gave it to him on Saturday night.
Okay, maybe I don't remember that, but now you say you say you doped him up on Miralax.
I already told you this, so don't try to correct me and tell me I'm lying when I know for a fact. Okay? He was probably very tired. If you go back and look at your phone, I messaged you up until 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning because we didn't sleep. I'm sure Elena went to school completely exhausted. So if he walked out maybe a little bit tired, and you saw that, then blame me. Because you know why? We didn't go to sleep.
So now he is tired and sluggish, and a minute ago he wasn't tired and sluggish.
This, people, is why you only screw crazy. You don't marry crazy.
Well, there's the old saying that never put your dick in crazy.
Yeah.
Just say it.
If you think that, then that's why.
Okay, all right. I'm just trying to clarify because you said he wasn't, now he is. Okay.
It would.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
She's yelling so loud it's over
Head
modulated.
injury that you're talking about. Okay? He would have had blood in your tongue. Okay? He would have. There would have had to been something done to him. This head injury you're talking about. Just stop. Would have just stopped.
I agree.
Okay?
I agree with you.
Okay? Then there would have been blood all over your truck. Okay? That's just how it would have been. It's like, I understand as a father, you are freaked out. Okay? I understand at this point, you're going to cuss out the world because it's about your child. I understand that. When I thought Harley was wrong on that freaking cruise boat, I felt that some sticks out. I understand what you're saying when it comes to mode, attack mode, protect mode, attack mode. Okay?
My
This is
family. You chose.
Me
You and Harley
talking
chose
with
to
my
leave, and I
son
never
when
asked
he
you to
was
leave.
7 years old and he got caught doing something. It's just like trying to let him know that I know what he did. It's just, oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here we have the timeline, thanks to Unibjorns. Gannon missing, January 27th. She drove to South Carolina via Texas, Florida. Second, damn American dates. She dumped him 4th of February. Jeff, help.
February 4th.
She was arrested on
February 21st.
suitcase with remains discovered.
On St. Patrick's Day, March 17th.
Identified on
March 20th.
Thank you.
Because the rest of the world puts the month before the day.
Yeah. Well,
That was precious.
he was discovered during on our special date, Jeff, St. Patrick's
What?
stream, when
Yes.
I made you lose your crap. And for you in the chat who doesn't know what I'm talking about, maybe we can play that during a break. But let's continue with this phone call. My head is starting to hurt.
Okay, I wanted it the whole time.
If she was trying to worry about you, she was about you wanting to pay her car payment. You changed clothes on her. Why?
Because I had to do that because I'm responsible for it. Yes, okay, but that
Car
doesn't matter
payments.
right now. You can make the car payment all you want to. That doesn't matter right now. Listen.
But you want your family, right?
I can't hear you.
I said you want your family, right?
Yes, I do.
Do you want your family?
I do.
17-year-old who worked their fucking ass off to pay for the car?
Okay, and I worked my ass off to be able to finance the car for her. Okay, but you need to tell me what you heard, because that
But then you should have gave her the option to get it back herself and finance it.
she could get it back whenever they release
She's
it.
hiding the
She can
children
get it back
because he's not
whenever they
paying the
release it.
car payments? What the hell is wrong with her?
All right, you said earlier. Listen,
And Stan would have treated her in that situation.
Yes, exactly. And a father, hey, don't tell me how a father is supposed to feel. You're talking about what you said is most important to you, which is things. You said that. Items. Okay? I'm talking about what's most important to me. What's most important to a father is his son. The most important thing to a father is his children. I want my son back, and you have the information, and you won't give it to me. You won't tell me what you freaking heard when he was bleeding to death.
You said the most important thing to you is your son.
And my son, my children. I said that. My children. My son is missing right now. My 2 daughters are not missing. My 2 daughters are not missing.
Talk to her and said, listen,
Lena is safe and sound. Harley is safe and sound.
they need love and care.
Okay.
Just said you put Lane in the bed last night.
Right. Where's
Oh
Harley
my
at?
God, woman.
You wouldn't let us come.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. You won't tell me where she's at to protect her and keep her safe. She wouldn't tell me that. Tell me.
It's Colorado.
Tell me
Albert,
what you heard.
Albert, can I come say?
Listen. You're worried about you now. You're worried about you. This is about Gannon. Gannon's bleeding to death, and you heard it.
Gannon's missing and you want to do something.
No, Gannon's.
With the motherfucking FBI.
Yeah. At this time, Leticia has a biological daughter, Harley. Landon is Gannon and Latina's biological mother. Gannon. So there are a bunch of kids. Gannon is still missing at the time of these calls.
This is, literally insane. Where's my bleeding missing son? You didn't make the car payment. Where's my missing son? You didn't put the girls to bed last night.
Yeah. And yeah, I agree. It is insane, but is it legally insane? And earlier in the trial, they were talking about hysteric disorder, the Amber Heard disease. So, yeah, this is Amber Heard on steroids. This is what Amber Heard would have resulted in if Johnny didn't get away.
She's trying to hide the truth.
Mhm.
And that's indicative of someone who understands what they've done is wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm not buying the insanity thing.
Well, Jeff would have loved, because she was, before you jumped on the stream, she was bitching about him not doing anything for Valentine's Day. I was like, what?
And her diamond ring was missing. That she complained. Not her wedding ring, her diamond ring. So, yeah.
But you ain't.
I'm on the phone with you. You want togetherness. I'm giving you that. Okay? You said Gannon's bleeding. You said Gannon's bleeding. And
make this a priority then. You want your family? And you mean that? You're not trying to be that got to throw me under the bus?
all right, you want to get the FBI on the phone and tell them what you heard? I'll call that lady right now. And tell them you have the key piece of evidence. Amber, I'll call that Amber lady and tell her you have the key piece of evidence that they're missing.
Amber Heard?
What?
Call her on that three-way then.
Call her on three-way? All right, I gotta go to my message and look up the number. Well, you can read the number to me. Hold on.
What did she say when you called her?
What?
What did she say when you called her?
She said that you hadn't that.
Over there. So I'm trying to understand why FBI needs to call her.
I don't know. Okay, the lady. No, I am telling you. She reached out to me and said, "I'm with the FBI. How can I help you?" That's what she said. We're to the point now where the FBI is involved. So if somebody's saying they can help me, then they can help me, and that's what I want. So I reached back out to her. You didn't message her. You lied to me.
Yes, I did. I'll see you right now.
All right, I'm gonna add her on the call right now. You ready? And you better tell her what you goddamn heard, Tisha, about that boy bleeding to death. All right, I'm adding the call. Hold on, right now. 719-240-2516. All right, three-way is starting. Don't go nowhere.
This is Amber.
Amber, hey, this is Al again. I got Tisha on the other line. Can I merge you in?
Amber, of course.
Tisha, are you there? Tisha, are you there? Tisha.
Yes, I'm here.
Amber, are you there?
I'm here. This is Amber.
Okay, Amber, Tisha, tell Amber whatever it is you got to say about what you heard when Gannon was bleeding to death. Because that's what you've been telling me.
I did tell you because Quincy was beating him up and hurting him. Can you hear me? Yeah, you say Quincy was beating him up and hurting him? Yes. And that's what I was just telling. I've been telling everybody this for days. Mm-hmm.
Do you hear the change in tone
So maybe,
of voice?
because obviously I am FBI and not El Paso County. I'd like for you to kind of go through this story with me. I know it's awkward. I know it's weird. I know it's hard to talk to strangers, telling strangers things like this. But, every detail helps us. That's why we try to ask you as many questions as we possibly can. So I'm sorry that you're going to have to go through it. Many times talk to different people, and no one has ever tried to help me. I haven't tried to not tell you anything in the FBI. There were 3 people already called. Okay. Well, and I'm sorry that, here I am. I'm another person. I'm talking to you. I'm making you live something again. And I know it's a very personal situation, but I want to get as much information as I can from you because every detail does matter and it counts. So, I'd like you to let me just call you back. Can I call you back? I don't have a phone. I'm going to walk and get someone's phone because I like credits off of one thing so that if it's going to be a long conversation. Okay. Is it the same number? Because I text that 719 number that he gave me. Well, the 719-240-2516 that you guys just called me on is a cell phone. So, and I didn't receive any text messages. Okay. Because I'm on this text app because they check my phone. Hey, just give me a minute. I'm going to walk and grab another phone and call you right back, okay? Okay.
Are we going to do a 3-way again or what?
Hello?
So,
Tisha. Okay, she hung up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will take our morning recess. If I can have everyone return at 10:45, we should be able to start on time at that point. Again, don't discuss case among yourselves. Don't discuss case with anyone else. With that, we'll see you back at 10:45. All rise for the jury, please.
okay.
What feed are you watching?
That is David's secondary channel. He set it up for me so I could have the judge, the prosecution and defense.
Yeah, but where have all those coming from? I'm curious.
I have no idea. I have to ask David.
I believe the courtroom has like a weird Zoom setup, so it's not conventional.
Oh, so he's zoomed into the proceedings.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. Because law and
is
crime
much better than the Law and Seaward feed, which is only this so far.
So
I prefer David's setup.
Wow, this case sucks.
Yeah.
Wow.
But once you're in it, it's very, very hard to not want to get through it because you want to hear the jury coming back 35 minutes after they get the case. They're just the amount of time to write everything down and send this. In 20 seconds, I can use the correct word. But let's show these because Wendy, thank you for showing up for us, Niklas. Thank you for being here, Wendy. Thank you so much. And thank you for the $5. It's me, Josie. Yay, we get to do this now. My first super chat for Niklas.
Aww.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And good morning from Texas. Thank you for covering this today, Niklas. Hope you are well. I'm doing okay. And then we have Russell, $5. This case is so depressing to listen to. Who could stab an 11-year-old child 18 times? Yeah, it's... And the poor kid was defending himself. You can see blood going in a direction indicating he's trying to desperately get away. And that is with drugs in his body. Allegedly, she tried to subdue him with drugs as well. Yeah. Kim Fallon became a member. Thank you so much. Puddingway got to be a new member. I forgot to star the people. Yeah. And Eliza Krogan, $10 super sticker. Thank you so much. How do you manage? I have 200 people in the chat. How do you manage to see things? So maybe I should slow it down, or maybe I just need to get used to it.
Practice. It's practice.
Yeah.
For a day, they had the super chats in a column, like all by themselves. So you didn't have to star them in, but that lasted exactly one day. Then it disappeared. Stupid stream.
That would be amazing.
It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. It was wonderful. And then they took it away.
Yeah, so this is the trial so far.
Wow. Ugh. I don't know how you can just do this. This is rough.
Yeah,
rough subject.
They are still on break. I'm having this in the background. And apparently after this trial, since the murder took place in Colorado, they have this trial. Then they have a secondary trial in South Carolina because some crap she did there. And of course, Florida, where they discovered Gannon's body.
Wow.
So
they're going to get her somewhere if she doesn't got here.
Yeah,
shoot, it's after 1:30 a.m. here, and I got to be up in about 5 hours. Gonna have to bow out here, I'm afraid, sir. It's good to pop in and say hi.
All right.
Unironically. Yeah.
Unironically. Yeah. And for you who haven't seen what this high thing is between me and Jeff, I have that.
That's what we've got on tap tonight over here. Because it is St. Patrick's Day, we've got a bottle of Bushmills. This was full about an hour ago, so that tells you what's going to happen tonight. And we haven't popped the seal on the Redbreast 12 year yet. We'll have to find a reason for doing that. All right, that takes care of the obligatory. Like I said, I'm 25% Irish. My father's
I've
family
only drank
is
a
Irish,
third of this
Scottish.
bottle in a month.
I mean, sorry, Scottish, English. My mother is her mother is Lithuanian and her father is Irish. So I'm 25% Irish, but today is St. Patrick's Day, so I'm 100% Irish. And there we go. So we've got everything. We are full Irish tonight, and we're also pickled herring Swedish.
Hey, I managed to find the only thing green in my closet, and it's not the Hulk. It is simply what I wear when I'm driving the combined harvester. And yeah.
Why do you drive the combine harvester in like April? March?
Well, I use it when I do it. I'm not doing it now. This is the only green I have, and the only connection I have with the Irish is probably my ancestors went over there to say hi.
Rape and pillage. To say hi.
Yeah, but
the Vikings went over to Ireland to say hi.
Yeah, hi! Get down! No.
The Vikings went to Ireland to say hi. Hello.
That's a fancy religion you have there.
You're correct.
Let's destroy it.
And we're not doing a recap today because literally nothing happened yesterday, by the way, in case you were wondering.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing happened yesterday. It was a very normal day in court. The Vikings went to Ireland just to say hi. Hello. Hello, Irish people. That is the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life. The Vikings went to Ireland just to say hi.
I knew I couldn't say all the other words, and my mind blanked totally. Hi.
I'm trying to like flag some of these chats, and I can't because I'm laughing too hard. My hand won't stop shaking. Hello, Irish people. Hello. Hello.
Can we park here?
Christ.
Oh,
God, my rib. I'm doing an ab workout already. Oh, Christ. Oh, my God. Hey, KB, I don't get this joke. Essentially, like right around 1000 AD, the Vikings just went and literally raped and pillaged everyone in England and Ireland. That's kind of the story. The end. In actuality, they just raped and pillaged the entire country, and we're just joking about them just stopping in to say hi. Oh my jeebus.
I saw the chat here. Hey, I'm Irish and DNA shows I'm Norwegian. Yeah, I wonder why.
I said like 3/4 of my ancestor are Irish, Scottish, and Irish, Scottish, and English, but my last name ends in son, so that tells you I'm Scandinavian by DNA.
And that was the last time I saw that hat. That gives me crazy. I was actually looking to wear that hat today, and I couldn't find it. So that's the last known sighting of that hat. Hopefully, it's somewhere around here. And on that note, I'm going to check out and go to sleep.
Yeah. Thank you for showing up, and thank you for sending your audience over here so we can make them depressed. Yeah, stopping by to say hi.
Goodbye, everybody. Everybody, make sure you like and subscribe. Subscribe to Nicholas and like every video he's ever done and throw all your money at him. There you go.
Thank you, Jeff. See you
later, guys. Nice to meet you, Jamie. Take care, everybody.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Yeah. Now you have seen that.
That was amazing. I didn't get to see that, so that was good.
Yeah, I have it saved here. So anytime, well, I've used it before in when I cover trials when stuff gets too dark. I just bring this up just to lighten up everything.
It's much needed because sometimes these subjects can get pretty crazy, and we all got to have a little bit of a sense of humor in some aspect.
Yeah. Let's see here. Jin VR, $2. Woohoo! Super chat for the win. Thank you so much. Then we have Fondin. Thanks for covering this. You are awesome. And like the non-match having Lorax, boah, ha ha ha. Okay, thank you. Yeah. And Unibjorns, all new people, Legal Vices and me, join us for recap Thursday. There's no court tomorrow, so we can recap. That's excellent. Then people can get up to speed with everything that has been. We're on witness number 48 for the state with these phone calls. So, yeah, it's been a long trial, but still we are only on day 11, so things have been moving on really, really fast. And Flux, Mokadik Poon XOXO, fully adjustable. You have been given the Flux blessing, LMAO. And for you who doesn't know, Flux adds stuff from each trial to. So Mokadik Poon is from the Murdoch trial. XOXO is from the Zachariah Anderson trial. Fully adjustable, I'm not sure which. If that is the trial that just concluded on Jeff's channel, where the cop who killed the hooker was declared not guilty yesterday. Let's see here. They are still not back. Okay, they have a countdown on Law and Crime, so we are 8 minutes off. No, we are three minutes away from, according to Law and Crime, from this restarting. Oh, I really, really enjoy that. That little skit between me and Jeff. My jaws are hurting. Let's see here. I'm not sure I could rewatch the Zachariah Anderson trial. I got too upset. Yeah, that Zachariah Anderson trial. Well, today, I'm not sure at what time, the DUI guy is having an interview with Solomon Anderson. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's today at 8 p.m. Eastern time, I believe.
Okay, which would mean I have no idea what that means. Let's see here. Mokadik was from Maritime Monday. Poon from Murdoch. Okay, so Mokadik was from just Maritime Monday. Oh, they are coming back.
Right. Yeah. Court will recall 20 CR 1358 People versus Leticia Stauch. Record should reflect the jury's not present in the courtroom. Is there anything we need to take up outside the presence of the jury at this point in time?
There you are.
All right. Defense, let's go ahead and bring the jury in. And
Oh,
Agent
wait.
Cronin, I just remind you that you're still under oath.
Yes, sir.
For the DUI guy interview. On a couple.
It's at 10 Swedish time. Okay, thank you. So it is 3 hours and 15 minutes away. Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it's 12:45 my time and I'm Eastern, so.
Goosebump just sub to MLS. Yes, I have his channel is pinned on the. It should be pinned on the top of the chat. So go over there, help him over 1,000 subscribers. So he as well can start getting members and stuff like that. And me and David are going to cover an old trial. In the end of May, we are thinking about starting that coverage. It is the trial, I can't remember.
All rise for the jury, please.
Jody Aris.
Jody Aris, thank you. The Jody Aris trial. Hey! Ta-da!
Hey.
Talk of the devil. Oh, David.
I figured I'd stop in real quick, see how everything's going during my little interlude.
It's going great. Jeff, Legal Vices, was here a couple of minutes ago, and he had a stream earlier, and he brought his chat
Thank you.
over
May
here.
be seated.
We are
Court
almost.
will recall 20
we have
CR
almost
1358.
200,
People versus
in
Leticia
the
Stauch record should
topic.
reflect the jury has returned to
And
the courtroom.
people have been
When
subscribing
we took
to
our break,
your
we were in the
channel
midst
to
of the
keep
testimony
listening to
of Agent
crazy
Cronin.
woman.
That's where we will resume. Mr. Allen?
Thank you, Arnold. As it relates to that last call that we just heard,
Yeah, that's been a new
is it
1
fairly
hour call
consistent
after
through all the
this.
different phone calls?
Oh, okay.
The ones from
Seems
yesterday.
like she's more focused on herself than on trying to help find Gannon.
Yes.
We're
Was
still
it
on her phone
consistent
calls?
that there would sometimes be nuggets of truth that she would
She is.
give, wrapped in things that were untrue or distracting?
You can see the
points?
head of the FBI agent.
Yes, it seemed that at times when she'd be specifically talking about Gannon, she may tell you something to explain away evidence that was advertised that we found, or maybe hadn't been publicized that we had found.
So when you say hadn't been publicized, so pieces of evidence that only somebody involved would know about?
Yes, like the talking about the blood in Gannon's room.
Okay, that was never put out in any social media or in the media at all?
Correct. The blood on the wall or the blood on the floor.
Okay. And yet, was she then exhibiting some pretty strong knowledge of that blood being in existence in these phone calls?
Yes, she was providing explanations for why the blood might be there.
Okay. Was that similar to the board that was found up on the S curve in southern Douglas County?
Correct. Talking about the board, it was in the news
this
media
the
that
same
that
FBI
we were
agent that was
searching
on
in that
yesterday?
area, and that's when the discussion of the Craigslist looking for a bicycle story came about.
So another way of trying to explain away why she would be in that area and explain why maybe GPS is showing her there.
Correct.
Okay. I noticed in that phone call, and want to have you comment on it, that in the portion of the phone call, the vast majority of it's just her now, correct?
Yes.
And then at the end, it sounds like there's a three-way call where you're actually brought into the call?
Yes, when they were talking about bringing me into the call, I stepped out of the room so that way I could take the call.
Seems like demeanor changed quite a bit. She's getting very confrontational with Al throughout that phone call. And then when you get on, very calm. What was your take on that?
Your Honor, I'm a judge's speculation.
No.
No, I understood the question. You were asking the witness what her understanding of it was.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay, overruled.
The significant pause in her speaking when they hooked up the three-way call gave me the impression she might have been reluctant to speak with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever notice in your experience as a special agent with the FBI that when you're having interactions with people, when they find out you're an FBI agent, that they treat you differently?
Yes.
Is that sort of what happened there?
Yes.
I put on the desk in front of you People's Exhibit 333. Do you recognize that?
I do.
What is 333?
It's a recorded phone call that I had with the defendant.
Have you had a chance to listen to the contents of that disc?
Yes.
Is it a fair and accurate recording of that phone call?
Yes.
And did that phone call occur on February 15th, 2020 at 1:17
Thank you
p.m.?
so much.
Yes.
And at this time, I'd move for admission of People's Exhibit 333.
Defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
No
Exhibit
objection.
333 will be admitted. Go ahead.
And permission to publish, Your Honor.
I'm just going to play it.
Yes. And this one is the 27 minutes and 44 seconds.
Have the recordings
And
been
Judge,
interesting?
just before we start playing it, you can start.
So this last
As far as
recording
volume,
was
I'm
an
wondering if you
hour
want to inquire with the jury.
and
Is it
a
too
few
loud or
minutes
too?
long, and
I doubt
it
it's
was
too
the
quiet,
definition
but I want
of
to make sure that
gaslighting.
it's not too loud.
She
Okay.
complained about
That's probably a good question to ask because
him
the
not
speaker is right
getting
next to me and
anything
there are
for
parts of it that are
Valentine's
really
Day.
loud for me. But,
that she couldn't
oh,
get
all
through
right.
the
You guys
diamond
can hear
ring.
it from over there. I didn't realize that.
Diamond
Okay.
ring, not wedding ring.
Is it loud
Diamond
enough?
ring was what you call it.
Is it too loud for?
Did she ask for immunity this time?
No.
Yes.
Maybe we can turn
I'm
it
not
down.
sure.
a
Jamie,
little
did you
bit.
do that?
Or
Did she
maybe
do
I
that?
can turn it down a little
She
bit.
didn't, unfortunately.
No.
Maybe
No.
she will.
All right.
Maybe it's coming.
Okay, give it a shot.
Yeah, and no objections from the defense during the entire call.
This is Amber. Hello?
Hi, I'm calling you back. I had to get someone's phone.
Sure. All right, Tisa. Well, like I said, I know that this is an awkward thing for you to have to keep going through this over and over again. But I would like you just to kind of start me at the beginning of this whole thing and try to walk me through it as to what happened.
Oh, I mean, am I just supposed to start from Monday? Because I've already went through the whole everything else 15 times. And Monday is when, last scene. So is that where you want me to start from?
Yeah, sure. Start there. I mean, honestly, like I said, we're in the detail business, so it's always every little detail you can think of. It may be a help.
Okay.
I have a quick break.
On Monday, we were going to go get a bike. Our agenda was to get a bike.
Okay. And I'm going to be one of these annoying people that I'm going to, try to get as much detail from you as possible. Because like I said, so Monday you're going to go get a bike. Did you get the bike from somebody? Were you talking to somebody? Where were you going to get the bike? Details about stuff like that.
I was going to get to that.
Okay. Sorry.
I was just going to tell you our agenda before we left all that off.
Okay.
The agenda was to get a bike that day. We were going to trade in some sport equipment and then just, go shopping a few times, few places here and there, and then come back home. So then we set up the day that I was going to leave Gannon at home because he stays at home sometimes by himself or whatever, like if we're at work and yada, yada, yada. But he wasn't feeling well because he had already hurt his foot. He had some burns from from the fire that he accidentally set. And so I didn't feel comfortable leaving him by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Typically he does, but I didn't feel comfortable because I didn't want to get so sad about him being home, by himself, if he needed someone, yada, yada, yada.
Sure.
So I told him, I said, hey, you have to ride with me. I decided to stay home with him that day because Albert was out of town. And I said, you have to ride with me.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, okay, can I take my switch? He wasn't feeling that well as far as he was not complaining with any kind of pain or sickness or anything like that. He just kind of felt
Thank you, Timothy. Yeah, I know, but if I correct the court sound, then I might not get it back. So this is how the StreamYard is adjusting it. I'm trying to pause when I can instead of talking during. Thank you for the super chat, Timothy. Thank you so much.
down just because he had stayed up the prior night on Sunday, probably till about 3 or 4 a.m. because he has a lot of problems using the bathroom when he takes his medicine and then don't take it and he takes Vyvanse.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes his stomach would get really backed up, and it had already gotten that way.
Mm-hmm.
So we stayed up a lot that night after I had put the fire out.
Okay.
And he was in and out of the bathroom, so he's kind of tired, exhausted, a little bit, whatever. But I was like, hey, you want to just ride with me? So we did. But I think it was about maybe 10 o'clock-ish or so when I set the alarm to leave. So I think we went to Dunkin' Donuts first. We went somewhere to get coffee. I'm not real sure. I got gas because there was no gas in the truck. I don't remember exactly where I got gas because they looked it up on my credit card, but I wanted the Exxon, but I don't remember exactly. So then we got gas, then we just went on our little way and we went to Petco, which was on Nevada. I think it was, I don't know the exit. I'm not real familiar to give you that quite detailed. I just know it was
Okay.
Nevada.
And is it easier for you to just kind of run through the whole story and then I can go back for the details, or is it easier for if in trying to think about it, if you can give me the details on the way? Because obviously we want to hit all of these points. Like you said, you went to Dunkin' Donuts, so I'd want to know where that was to get gas, where you stopped there.
I mean, yeah, I don't have access to give you like exactly.
No, and you don't have to give me the exact address because obviously I can look that up. Like the Dunkin' Donuts,
Right.
which one was it? Do you know what the street was? that you
Fountain.
said?
It was in Fountain, like the one near the house.
Okay, so Fountain near the house is the Dunkin' Donuts. And what street was that on? Or do you know?
I think it's like Mesa Ridge.
Mesa Ridge?
Or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys get
I
up.
want to say that the gas store was right across the street too. It was one of the gas stores that was in the area right there. I feel like it was the one across from Junction.
Okay. So the Dunkin' Donuts near your house on Mesa Ridge, then the Costco across the street. Then you guys hit Petco.
Not. I didn't say a Costco. I said the gas.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I said I can't read my own handwriting. My bad.
That's okay. Yeah. And then we went to Petco, and I went in Petco. He was going to go inside Petco with me, but he was like, "Can I stay in the car and play the Switch?"
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Yeah." And so I go in Petco, and when I was getting out the car, I was like, "Well, I probably should make him go in," but then I was like, "He probably don't want to shop with girls because he never like shopped with me." So I was like, "Yeah, okay, he'll be fine."
Yeah.
I don't ever worry about him in the car or anything, but because he wasn't feeling that well, I did going to go like look and check and make sure like he wasn't, looking for me or wanting to go to the bathroom, like getting out or whatever. He was his pet, but at the same time, he knows I go somewhere and I might say I'm in one store and go to the next store beside. Okay.
So did he go in with you at Dunkin' Donuts too then?
We went through the drive-thru at Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay. All right. So he stayed in the car there at Petco.
Right.
Okay.
So then we planned on going to look at some of these bikes.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I had the information on my phone, so I don't know. Like, they have my phone, so it's in there.
So you said you were going to go look at these bikes. Was that, were you going to a store? Were you going to meet, a specific person, or were you going to look at the bikes?
That's how I looked up a bunch of things online. So I had the people's information where they said they had emailed back and said just when you get close, you can come by and look at it.
Okay. So where all did you search online? Were you looking at, again, was it like stores, or you're looking at, was it Craigslist, or what was it?
It was local Craigslist in Colorado Springs.
Okay.
Like just Google Craigslist or whatever.
Okay. So you were looking up for Craigslist. Did you find, was it a lot of them, just a couple of them?
I didn't go to do it yet. That's why I hadn't got to that part to tell you that part.
Okay. So you're looking up a bunch of places on Craigslist as to where you might do it. And then did you arrange to meet somebody?
No.
Okay. So what happened next? You looked on Craigslist?
I didn't look on Craigslist that day. I had already looked prior. I was saying that the conversation back and forth was whenever you're in or out close, you just call and someone could look at it. That's
okay. Well, and
want you to mistake it.
Okay, no, I got you. So you had already arranged with somebody to go meet them. Who did you arrange to meet? How were you in contact with them?
I said prior, I had looked online on Craigslist to find some different bikes. On email, when you reply to Craigslist, you know how you have emails? Okay, I had gotten their information. Okay. In my phone, I had messaged, and they said, when you get close, if you plan on coming up as in north, message whenever you wanted to come by.
Okay. So you were emailing with them back and forth, and they tell you to call them when you get close. So they gave you their telephone number.
day. Never told them for certain what day I was coming. I just had it all, hey, we're going to go on Monday to me and Gannon. There was no specific person that I was like, this is not even relevant to anything. I just wanted to let you know that was on our agenda.
Okay. Well, and it's just, we're trying to recreate every moment that we can, because you never know what's important. So you were going to make this plan to go talk to somebody at Craigslist. You were emailing with them. You're going to call if you get close. What happens next?
So then we were going to run out of time because we had already been in town for a little bit, and we had to make sure we were heading back to get Lena.
Okay.
Because Lena would get off the phone. So I ended up not meeting with anybody. I just said I would go another day. So that's why I said it wasn't really relevant.
Sure.
That was on the agenda.
Okay. Well, and the last thing you had told me was you were at Petco. So were you just like hanging out in the parking lot doing that, or did you drive somewhere? Or
no, I bought things in Petco.
Well, yeah. It's just, as you were saying, you were kind of out and about. So I didn't know if you made another stop or what was going on there.
No, I went to Petco twice. So by the time I went to Dunkin' Donuts, the store, Petco twice, and I don't even remember if I went in another shopping store because it's already been how many days.
Well, what'd you go to Petco twice for? I mean, did you like go to Petco and then have to head somewhere else and then come back?
I mean, I always do that. Like, go somewhere and I'm indecisive and I go back and find something else.
Sure, I get that. But, so after you leave Petco, where'd you head there?
Ma'am, I don't know exactly. I just was going to different stores. I mean, I don't even know if I even did anything else. I feel like I went to the TJ Maxx, but I don't remember how to tell you where the TJ Maxx was at.
Okay. Well, I mean, was it still in Colorado Springs? It's on the north side, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
So,
I mean, there's only stuff on the north side of us. So I mean, I don't know.
Okay. All right. So you were at Petco. You went probably to somewhere else, maybe TJ Maxx, and then back to Petco again.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you said it was getting to the time. You're probably going to have to pick up Lena.
Yeah, we were going to have to go home to get Lena. So we drove home. I remember I went inside the house. I get out. Walk inside the house. Anna walks inside the house. I was going to work out. So I had put like my headphones on. I was going to work out till Lena got there. I don't remember like if we ate or something between there. Not really sure.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly what we did between there.
Okay. But it's the three of you there at the house? Or
no, Lena hadn't got there.
Okay, she hadn't got home yet. Okay.
Yeah, no. Gannon went to his room. He was doing stuff and playing or whatever because he was going to have a sleepover, so he kept, moving his room around or whatever because he's always going to have sleepovers.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had my headphones, like, they kind of like smashed their head a little bit, so I pulled them back a little bit and was like listening and doing my thing or whatever. And then I heard something really loud. It sounded like something fell over. But also, you have to remember, it's upstairs, down.
Yeah, Leticia has been head down. She's been having some papers. I don't know if she's drawing or writing anything, but that's been her the entire morning so far.
Yesterday, we speculated that she was had a box of crayons and was drawing the entire time because that's what it looked like, kind of demented crayon scratchings.
I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe they can auction it off later. No, that was dark. Sorry.
Oh. So see my thumbnail for Friday's stream. It's already got the demented crayon scratchings on there.
Yeah, don't be sorry.
Oh. Jody Arias would doodle a lot. Yeah.
And somebody commented about Johnny Depp was also drawing, but I feel like Johnny Depp has talent in the drawing department.
Yeah.
And Leticia probably doesn't.
And Amber Heard, she did a doodle, but yeah.
Sorry, I just got it.
But this trial is so depressing. It's a matter of protecting my brain. So stuff like this will come out. And you're all here for it, I hope. Let's get through this call.
There, sometimes if you can like just walk loud, it'll echo and sound like it was so loud, you know.
Mm-hmm.
One of the dogs started barking, so of course I went downstairs and had his door locked, and I knocked on it. I'm like, "What you doing?" And I need to tell you everything word for word he said, or.
Well, I'm just trying to get whatever happened. So, I mean, what was he saying to you? You guys are just trying to. I have two boys too, so I totally get that. There's the doors locked.
Yeah. So. He was saying he was trying to keep Lane out, and I was like, Lane ain't even here yet. Like,
Yeah.
He's got this thing going where he's been trying to build this like memory box, because I always told him I kept a memory box for my daughter,
Uh-huh.
from like elementary, and then I also had one for my, growing up, and I gave it to my daughter as a box. He's been doing everything with these boxes where, I mean, he even put pieces of paper and trash in there.
Yeah.
Say you guys a Nintendo thing that's like the cardboard, because you got boys, like the cardboard box that it come in.
Yep.
He would put it in.
Huh?
So he was getting all secretive about,
Thank you, Flo.
and I was just like, "You're silly." I'm laughing, whatever. And then I come back upstairs, and when I come back upstairs, so like I had the garage open. At that time, I think I might have closed it. I'm not really sure. Time I went back upstairs again, and then I heard another loud noise. And I was like, "Oh my God, Gannon, what is he doing again?"
Mm-hmm.
And Lena hadn't gotten there quite yet.
No.
And then when I go down, I realized that someone was in our house.
Okay.
And so they asked me, what the description was. So, at first, all I remembered, was what he looked like or whatever. So I'll get back to that later. So I'm just going to tell you that. I thought I remembered it first. When I initially called the police, I thought Gannon was hiding.
Okay. Well, and we've kind of skipped a lot right there. So you heard somebody, or you found out somebody's in your house. Were you downstairs? Were you upstairs? I'm sorry. I think you're cutting out.
I'm sorry. I might have said it. It was going out. It's just hard. I'm trying to get off the Wi-Fi or whatever.
Sure. Yeah. So, you were in your story, and you basically had said the last thing I was hearing was this.
I just saw that. Thank you.
You're sitting there. You heard a loud noise downstairs, and then you realized somebody was in the house. So,
I realized somebody was in the house.
How did you realize somebody was in the house? Because it's like, if you're upstairs, I mean, you know that Gannon was downstairs. Did you go down there and see him?
Told you, but I just told you that. I said I went down there. And
okay.
Did you not hear me say that?
No, I'm sorry. It's probably cutting out. So you went downstairs, and what did you see?
Well, I went downstairs immediately, and I saw that this guy was standing at the storage room, which is in between Gannon's room and our downstairs basement.
Okay. And
yeah, that was really during the daughter's testimony yesterday or the day before. She told that she just recently found out how her biological father really died by a drug overdose. But Leticia, what was it she told her? That he was
murdered by somebody. I forget if she was hit by a car or something, But yeah, she essentially said she wanted to not shock her with the drug overdose, so lied to her, I guess, but said that he was killed. He was murdered, essentially. And yeah, that was just insane. Like, I understand maybe not wanting to tell your daughter that their father is dead as for a drug overdose, but not in the alternative that he was murdered. And she found out online last week, she said.
Jeez. I can't imagine the trauma she's been through these years. Poor kid. Let's continue.
As you're looking at this guy, what does he look like?
He was dark-skinned. Like Hispanic, maybe mixed. You know, I'm not real sure, like, as far as to give you a nationality. More darker skin.
Okay.
And about 5'7", and about 108 pounds.
Uh-huh. I'm sorry, did you say 100?
Now, in my mind, I didn't just go over those, stats. Originally, I got scared, and then I just kind of.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it's terrifying. I mean, I can imagine it would be terrifying to see somebody in your house. So, so you had said he was about 5'7", 180 or 108? Did I mishear you?
No. 180.
David's the link to David's channel is pinned on the top of the chat, so you can find it there.
Okay, about 180.
I say 180 because my husband is like 200.
Sure.
Like smaller than him, so that's why I would say 180.
Okay, and do you remember anything else about him, like his hair color, what he was wearing?
Yeah, he was very like close cut beard.
Mm-hmm.
He had a tattoo on his arm. I don't remember what it was. I just vaguely remember that.
Mm-hmm. What was he wearing?
I don't really remember. I've had so many like bad dreams that I've pictured so many different things. Now.
Sure.
I don't remember.
Hey, and as you're looking at him, I mean, could you? Which arm was his tattoo on?
I don't remember.
Okay. I mean, was he facing you? Was he facing away from you?
Right. So he was coming out of our storage room, which I assume, I don't want to make any speculation, that's where he was hiding at. And now, so let me tell you what was weird about this, so that before I finish. When I got there, the alarm was set the alarm away when I got there.
Uh-huh.
I mean, when I left, but it was on armed stay, but it didn't dawn on me at the moment what armed stay meant, that there's no
inferior motion sensors. I know what that means. I gotcha.
So like, it didn't dawn on me that I didn't have to put the alarm in when I walked in. So none of this runs through my mind that, until in the moment, all this is running through my mind. Like, this is why, I was thinking, dogs, whatever. This is why all this started happening. This is why the alarm didn't send the arm away.
Yeah. So do you think that somebody reset your alarm? Is that what you're getting at?
Do what now?
I'm sorry. Were you thinking that somebody reset your alarm? Because you said your alarm's weird that it was a stay instead of away.
No, you don't reset it. If you have, way that ours was set up because of how that door didn't have a sensor on it. Like, say, for example, if I set it on arm away and I left for the day, and the dog, say one of them got out of their crate and moved, it would go to arm stay first.
Okay.
Because somebody was like, there was already motion in there.
Okay. So when you left for the day, did you set it as stay or away? When you and Gannon left at 10?
Sure, I said it. I'm pretty sure I said it as arm away because this is something I had to show later on. So we were talking about, that was just, I'm not a positive if that's why. I'm just saying this was something later on that when we went through everything, that was what we noticed, that it went to stay.
Okay.
Anyway, so at this point in time, I'm just thinking he's gonna just completely rob us because he had one of our guns. So at this point in time, I knew he had already been in our house somewhere somehow, sometime, because in order for him to have obtained a handgun, he would have had to already, be in the house.
Okay. Did you guys normally lock your weapons up?
No.
Okay. Where do you normally store them?
So they're all over the house. So prior to this happening, my husband and I went on a cruise. And so when we went on the cruise, we had hired a lady, and my daughter would have to stay at home with them, but we hired a lady to come stay as well on rover.com.
Yep.
And she just kind of stayed in the house. So when she came, I could see the handguns downstairs. And like Albert, we were talking about making sure we weren't just leaving them around the house, even though she had been like checked through Rover and stuff like that. We don't want to leave them. Sure. So I had took two of the handguns downstairs. So that was the only reason the two of the guns would have been downstairs, because we had just got back from our cruise and we had hid them down there in the storage room.
Okay. So he came out of the storage room with one of the weapons that you had previously stored in there, is what you're saying?
Yeah. And when I say hid, they weren't like put away somewhere. They were just in the storage room. Like they were inside.
Okay. And which weapon was it that he had with him?
One of the black ones.
Okay. Like, was it a handgun, a long gun?
Yeah, a handgun. The big guns were upstairs.
Okay.
When I can get away with wearing a hat, I do.
At first, I was in shock, thinking whatever you want, and I'm not going to go through screaming what I said. I'm just going to tell you because you won't understand me if I get I've already been on the phone like 4 different times telling people, so if I can't go through screaming and all that again.
Yeah, and obviously you don't have to scream at me. I understand.
Yeah, no, I just don't want you to think I, word for word verbatim to tell you what I said and this and that and the other. So I immediately Gannon was in the room, like about maybe 2 feet from his door or whatever, and just yada yada yada, doing his thing, whatever.
I'm sorry. Gannon was in his room, or Gannon was outside of his room, so he saw this guy out there too.
No. Gannon was still in his room. I was just giving you a distance of how far, because Gannon's door was open at this point.
Okay.
I guess open the door.
Okay, so you said his door's open, but you could see Gannon in his room?
Yeah, and I could see Gannon in his room.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't remember exactly what the guy was saying to me. I just remember I was like yelling, and Gannon was yelling, and Gannon saw that I was like freaked out and scared, and I told him he could have whatever he wanted. All this. So it went about 1 hour of us just sitting there, me and Gannon sitting in his room, as this guy was asking questions. He was asking, did we own this? Did we own that? All I remember was about weapons and did we know anything about these people? He said somebody named Terrence, and I don't even know. I didn't have no clue who he was talking about, what he was talking about. My assumption was he had the wrong people that he was looking for, because we haven't even lived there that long, and I don't even know these people.
So what kind of possessions was he asking you about if you had? I mean, was he asking you about your possessions or somebody else's, or what?
Yes, he was asking, was there a safe? Like your typical theft, theft things that a theft would want. Did you have a safe? Was there any money in the house? And I swear to you, we don't keep any, I swear to God, we don't keep any money in the house. We barely even keep our cards on us, Oh crap, this is at 2%. Hold on 1 second.
Now her phone's dying.
Sure.
This is a different story, by the way, than she has said about anyone else or to anyone else.
Charger in your car? Yeah, this is at 2%. 1 second, I'm going to get the car charger. Sure. It should be right there. Okay.
I mean, I don't want to say it's completely different. It's somewhat different. Different enough that it's concerning.
Okay, thank you. Do I need to turn it on? Here. Thank you.
I do believe she had lawyered up during, but that might be another of one of her lies.
She did talk about with her husband on the phone call yesterday, which was in early February or mid-February when she was in South Carolina, that she was lawyering up or had lawyers, and she talked about how powerful of a firm they were. But I think that was just.
Were you aware of what happened the way that phone call just ended abruptly, where she's not talking any longer?
Yeah, she had called back to Mr. Stauch again.
So there's another call after that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So at the beginning of this call, that's where that discussion comes in about getting a bike, and this would be up in that southern Douglas County, northern El Paso County area.
Correct.
Where that bloody board was found.
Correct.
And you mentioned earlier, but is this what you described as her explaining away why she would be in that area?
Correct.
Okay. Were you aware during the course of the investigation that her movements around town and essentially across the country would be tracked using different methods?
Yes.
What methods were used to do that? Do you know?
There was the telematics on the vehicle, and then there was also a GPS placed on a rental vehicle that she had.
And we heard about that from other folks earlier in the trial. What about phone records? Do those also give that information?
Yes.
Okay. You used a word that we haven't heard yet in this trial. Can you just tell us, just generally speaking, what telematics is? Not an expert description, just a general description.
Basically, it's tracking your vehicle's movement, sort of GPS on your vehicle.
Do new vehicles come with that sort of built into the software these days?
Yes.
Okay. In this particular phone call, we get a description of an intruder being in the house when she's describing going downstairs and there's some guy standing by the storage room. You remember
Yes, that's going back to her.
Yes, D-Flash, they will put on a case because they have to. The prosecution has been going on now for 11 days. We're trying to prove she is not legally insane, but so they have to put on a case in chief where they show she is legally insane.
And I feel like that's where the most fun part is going to begin, when the defense starts.
Yeah, that will be interesting when they. Was it the third or the fourth shrink they hired that came to their conclusion she was legally insane?
This was like the fourth mental health assessment she got, where they finally found somebody that could say she was insane. So
yeah,
I'm sure it's going to be supported by a lot of facts and data.
Yeah, and so that's why this trial has been going on for a while, just to show the jury, look at all the same thing she's doing. She does know what she's doing, and I really hope the prosecution has the previous three assessments ready to counter this fourth. But let's continue. We are a few minutes
Second
behind.
story, which was the intruder in the house.
Okay. How many different stories have we now heard in this investigation?
There were multiple. I couldn't probably give you a number because some were major differences, some were minor differences.
This intruder version of the story, was there any evidence to support that some stranger had broken into the house and attacked her?
No.
Was there any evidence to support that some stranger had broken into the house and kidnapped Gannon?
No.
I want to next, Your Honor, we can have Special Agent Cronin step down and play that last phone call. It would be People's Exhibit number 53, phone call of February 15, 2020 at 1:49 p.m. So roughly 30 minutes after that last call started.
All right, Agent Cronin, you can step down. Thank you, ma'am.
And this one's 29 minutes and 34 seconds.
All right, go ahead.
Hello. What is it? I'm freaking beat, teacher.
What?
I'm beat. What? What do you want?
Are you like, okay?
I'm just beat. I'm just telling you I'm tired. Go ahead, whatever.
Are you tired?
Because this is freaking stressful. My son's out there missing, and I don't know what the hell's going on.
We have people who are looking for the guy now.
Okay, the Quincy Brown guy.
Why do you keep saying the Quincy Brown guy? Like it's a joke.
I'm not. No, I'm just. What did the FBI? What did the freaking FBI say? Are they looking for him now?
Well, I gave her my information.
Okay.
I also got a call at the same time, which the attorney said he had just talked to El Paso. And he was like,
Wait, what? She got a call at the same time from her lawyer? Somehow I doubt that. That was interesting.
So her lawyer's looking, because there's a suggestion that at some point the cartel is hired to find Gannon, and I thought maybe that's what we were getting at. We haven't heard that yet.
Wild.
Okay. Well, we will see if we will find out during this 30 minutes.
you do not need to say another word to them. So you need to hang the phone up because I've already clearly gave them this information. And at this point in time, he was like, if they're not reaching out to help you, then they're doing nothing to help the investigation. He said that he's getting back on the phone with El Paso. And El Paso is supposed to be doing the job because they're the lead agency, even though the FBI has taken over. FBI was working, they're not the lead agency. So he said to communicate with El Paso. And that's exactly what he did.
So the lawyer is communicating with El Paso.
Right.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to keep it all straight. But you did talk to the lady? That's what you've been doing the whole time? Okay. Okay, you talked to her?
Right. I talked to her, and then the attorney was emailing me back and forth because the lady, this investigative reporter, went back out there to his house, and he told me, do not say another word.
Okay.
Because El Paso is the lead agency, and they could potentially be messing up the investigation. And at the same time, as much as, he's going to be wanting to find Gannon, he's also making sure that no one else is interfering. Because he said, if El Paso is the head person, that's who needs to be doing it. He's already sent the information to them.
Okay.
He also already forwarded Nicole going out there to his house and everything.
Nicole?
That's the investigative reporter that we hired. Nicole. Her name's Nicole.
Okay. You hired an investigative there?
Hire investigative reporter. This is what whoever the attorney is in contact with. Investigative reporter, yes. I don't know if you hire them, I don't know if you pay them, I don't know what you do. I just know she's an investigative reporter.
Okay.
Why do you keep talking to me like that? Like, okay. Like I'm on trial with you.
I'm just trying to listen to what you're saying. So they went to find this Quincy Brown. Did they find him?
I don't know what they did. El Paso is in charge. They should be communicating with you, the father.
I haven't heard anything from these people. Have you talked to El Paso too, or just Amber?
I was instructed by the attorney that everything had been sent to El Paso, who is the lead agency, and I did exactly what I said I was going to do.
Okay.
And I was on the phone with her, and he said, do not say another word, because I made sure that he was on the other line when I called her, which is why I told her I'd call her back.
Okay. All right.
So do not say another word.
Okay.
No reason. You should be answering any questions that are not coming directly from El Paso.
Okay, have you talked to anybody? But you said you forwarded the information, but have you talked to anybody at the El Paso?
Would I talk to, if I have an attorney, do you think I talk to them or my attorney talk?
Okay, fine. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to piece it all together here. You're talking to this lady, you're talking to that lady, you're talking to Bethel, you're talking to Kate, you're talking to Amber.
The investigative reporter is for me. Like, they are on my side.
Okay.
The attorney obviously is on my side.
Okay.
So that too, the information will go through.
Okay. So
we recorded it.
Okay. Now that you got people on your side, what can I do for you? What do you need me to do to help you get this information or whatever?
To help me get what information? I was that. I've done everything I told you.
Okay. Okay. I mean, what can I do to help you? What do you need me to do? Just in general, nothing specific. What do you need? You tell me.
I need you to be with your family so that when Gannon comes home, we can all be together. And
Ooh, 3 hours. You fucking bitch.
We met the threshold. She still wants to be together with him.
When Gannon comes back, we can all be together. Wow.
And she knows what she did, in my opinion.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
And Nicholas got feisty there.
Yeah, I have words. But let's get through this phone call first.
Yeah, I've got to get off, but I want to kind of listen to more.
stop putting me on a trial. That's what you can do for me in general. You can show me some love. You can show me everything that I'm showing you. I showed you love. I told you, hey, I missed you. I love you. Oh my gosh, I want to be there to hold you. I want to hug you. I want to do all these things to you. That's what you can do in general, is to treat me that same way back, because I have done that to you. I haven't found you, talk crap to you.
Okay.
I defended myself, just like I told you. You know good or well.
All right. So.
You're going through. I understand the pain.
Right.
I don't know what you feel at those times, but I tried to be here for you, and that's what I want to continue to do, is be here for you.
Okay. Well.
And also, let the attorney know that I would, because you have to hire a private person. They said that police don't even do that because it's not even admissible. You can hire a private person to administer a lie detector test if I wanted to give those results to you.
Okay. So your attorney told you not to answer any more questions, but does that mean me? Because I mean, what if I still have questions and we can just work through those like we've been working through? Does that include me?
No, you told me if I called the lady and if I reported everything, you told me that you said I will have a meeting with you, and your exact words were that we would go from there.
Okay.
And we would start trying to find Gannon. That's
Okay.
exactly what you said to me.
Okay.
You said
Fine.
we would move forward.
Okay.
And be looking for Gannon. That's what you told me.
Okay. So what about the meeting?
Okay. So here I am about the whole meeting.
Okay.
You're in this with me, and I'm in this with you or not. That's where I'm at with the meeting, because I have done nothing wrong. I am not a criminal. I'm not a monster. I'm not someone that needs to be.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'd be intrigued.
all that being said, when can we meet and where can we meet?
The meeting.
I am not a crook.
Meeting where we are staying at together to protect each other.
Okay. I didn't say what the meeting was about. I said when and where, Tisha.
The meeting. Okay, where are you staying? Why come we can't come stay with you? If you have a place to stay that you've already paid for, why are we sitting here having to be like, okay, let's stay at this person's house, let's go here, let's go to this hotel? Why?
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Where are you at?
Just need the honesty answer. I don't need any more bullshit. You talked about honesty and what you wanted from me. Okay, so my honesty is from me.
Okay.
One from you.
All right. All right.
Why come get our clothes. I know we can't bring them home because the rest are in storage. Okay? Well, why can't we can't get together a week of clothes? We decide where our family is staying. Okay? And then we get on the mission, whether we got to get in the car, whether we need to be out doing it ourselves, finding, whatever. That's the plan I expect to hear from my husband. Not just, like I'm some side piece that you're going to meet. That's not who I am.
No, I didn't say side piece and meet. I said meet up to talk about the truth. And actually, I mean, I told you initially, no, please listen. Please listen. I'm not putting you down. I'm not being mean to you, okay? Initially, we talked about what the standard was. And you know how I am about, my standards. The standard is the truth and a meeting, okay? No, I'm not. Okay, that's why I said, what about the meeting? That's why I started this conversation. Let's talk about the meeting. But then there's a truth.
You just said the meeting to get the truth.
No, I know. No, listen to me. I'm trying to clarify for you, okay? There's another part of the truth that you haven't told me, like where you are. You're not in the north end of Colorado Springs, okay? We've established that. Okay, where are you? That's some truth that you can let me know.
I will tell you. But if this gets out, I swear, it's because you told it.
Okay.
Knew where we at or where we were at.
Okay, fair enough. And I'll stand by that. Okay, fair enough. If somebody finds out where you are, then you can blame me all day long and tell your lawyer that I'm some kind of criminal, okay?
I'm not going to tell them that you're a criminal.
I'm just saying, okay?
They didn't send us stay America on the north end.
Okay.
Region.
Okay.
We switched from one hotel. What did you say?
I said, okay.
We switched from one hotel to the next hotel. Then at that point in time, I had no more money. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing at all. I had people reach out to me on Instagram, and they were like, hey, why don't you come here? Why don't you come here? I don't have a car. I don't have anything. Why do you think people are messaging you want to know where we're at? Because nobody fucking knows. They're nowhere near this. So, Michelle, she reached out to me on Facebook. She's a girl that I always talk about when we go up to Monument. And I would always pass by right up the street. I'd say, hey, my friend Michelle stays there. She sells cleaning products.
Yeah, right. Remember.
Michelle has a big ass house out here in Monument, and she has a building. That's just a building. It's like an apartment. A garage. And she let us come here 2 nights ago.
Okay.
That's why you're a dog, because she has dogs and we have dogs. I can't stay here forever. I can't stay here long.
So
I can only stay here just basically for the time being because I've been trying to work this out with my husband. And you think where do you think I got money at to stay all these places? You act like I'm just just living at large, staying in all these. Oh man, I'm up at Hampton and Hilton.
All right, listen.
You haven't had anywhere?
Hey, listen, I'll get in my rental car and I'll come to Michelle's house and get you. Just send me an address.
And where are you taking me? Because I know you. You'll try to play me. And you'll try to be like, well, whatever. So am I coming to sue you or are you coming to Michelle's house to meet me? And I need the truth.
My intent would probably be just to meet. I don't know if staying together is the right answer now because of all the unknowns. Okay?
Okay, well, if you don't want to stay with me, then that tells me that that's not in the. You don't want to be that picture perfect that you said back in December. That's not what
don't tell me what I want. I am.
Give me the damn real truth why you don't want me in Harley with you.
Because I want my son. Because I want my son. Because I want my son. The bottom line. And until we get him.
If not do this, why would you punish me?
Why is it an if? I don't want to do this. I want to do this. You wouldn't tell me what you heard. You wouldn't tell me the whole truth for days and days, for 3 weeks now. I'm willing to meet you, to stick out the olive branch as an effort for peace. Okay. Because yes, peace, because you haven't given me the truth until today. You've gotten closer to the truth. Okay. Or maybe you gave me the whole truth today. I don't know. We'll take it at that. But I'm offering you a moment of peace, a time to meet, a time to talk. We can hug or whatever. Okay. I don't want to stay together right now because then it's going to be constantly on my mind. It's going to be a fight. At least this way we can meet and talk, and then we get time to cool down, think about it. That's what I've been doing every day, trying to talk to you and then cool down and then answer you on the email if I can, if I feel like it, and then give it another shot the next day. That's exactly the same model I'm trying to teach you. I'm not teach you, try to do right now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I was muted. Yeah, this guy is, he's getting angry. I don't know how to react at this point. I think he's just trying to find her so she could be arrested. Al's always got a motive behind his calls, and she's just insane.
I seen a question. Flux said, why aren't they together? Now, did he kick her out after suspecting all this, or did she like leave? I'm kind of confused about that.
I think it was a combination of both. He basically said, you and your daughter are no longer welcomed here, and she kind of sensed the writing on the wall.
Okay.
So I think it was kind of both.
Because she started telling all her crazy stories, and he was getting very suspicious. And that's kind of what led up to it, right?
Yeah, pretty much. She changed the runaway story to then someone came in and raped me and assaulted and took Gannon. And then he's like, okay. And then that was after he found the car or didn't find her car where she said she left it. And yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I got to run though. Nicholas, thank you very much for covering this trial for me. And we got some good numbers. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get caught up because tomorrow I'm doing a review of this trial, just sort of catching everyone up to speed on a summary.
Yeah. So I have your channel is linked on the top of the chat.
Awesome.
And after the afternoons, I will do it again. Try to send everybody over to your channel tomorrow so they can get up to speed. And yeah.
All right.
Thank
Sounds
you for
good.
showing up.
I'm going to try to listen in the background as much as I can between everything. These are some crazy ass phone calls, but
yeah,
I'll see you all tomorrow if I can't jump back in for the afternoon.
Yep. Okay. Thank you. So, but let's continue with, we are a few minutes behind already. So,
okay, that's it.
It doesn't bother you that, hey, you know, I should be providing somewhere for my wife, daughter, and my other daughter and my son to live while we're going through this.
Right, but we don't know where.
In your brain.
It does. It does. There ain't no sugarcoated. It does bother me that my family got ripped apart when my son was taken away. Okay? Yes, it absolutely bothers me.
So if you know, okay, that this dude has Gannon, took Gannon, why are you blaming me? Why
I didn't blame you.
Lay down beside your wife.
No, listen, because the only reason, no, the only thing I blame you for, okay, the only proof I have right now to blame you for anything is you called in a runaway when you knew he wasn't a runaway. That's it, okay? We can move past that. You were scared, you freaked out. What? I'm not putting words in your mouth. That's it. Right, but you called it a runaway. Fine, I understand. You were scared and freaking out. Okay, I'm just saying.
To hurt anybody.
Right, and I didn't want to get lied to. Okay, but I did. So that's something we got to work through, and that's what I'm saying. We meet, we talk, we hang out, grab a bite to eat. I don't know, something stupid, and then we take a breath. Okay, just like we've done the past couple of days, working our way up to a meeting now. Like we've been talking, we didn't talk for 2 weeks. Okay, it's baby steps here. You got to understand that my son is missing, and I've got to get through this little by little until he comes home. And that story, okay, the runaway story, the only thing that I know to blame you for right now, the only blame I point in your direction, okay, that caused a gap between us. And I've said that numerous times. There's a gap between us. And the only way to get back is baby steps, okay? And you've got to respect that. Okay?
You have to also realize if someone's terrified, they act in a moment, do what they think. scaredness.
I'm not this.
Don't you have compassion for
I
that?
do. I have compassion for that. Listen, I have compassion.
Rather sit in your room by yourself and not comfort each other every night. You would rather that. And then when Landon comes back, you'll see her every day and not your wife.
But you got to have compassion for me, a little bit of empathy on my perspective, okay? Because of the runaway story, the cops, the neighborhood, everybody searching, spent days and days and days, and we lost valuable time trying to find Gannon because of that story. And now, okay, 3 weeks, now 3 weeks later, okay, I find out Quincy Brown, a sex offender, has my son, and the last story you told me was that somebody was trying to stick something up his butt, and now I got to think about a sex offender has my son, okay? So now you got to have some compassion for me.
I do have compassion for you. That's why I wanted to be with you, to hold you.
No, that's what you want, okay? What?
No, I just said that.
Having compassion for me is not telling me what you want. Having compassion for me is respecting what I need. And I need baby steps right now. And the next baby step is I'm willing to meet you. Okay? I'm willing to meet. That's the baby step. But, you know, you need to send me an address of where you're at, and I'll come to you and we can meet. And if that's unacceptable, then
you kicked me off the insurance and you got a car?
listen, I'm talking about baby steps to get us closer to Gannon and to family, okay? Meeting me is that next baby step. If you can't send me an address where you and Harley are, or at least you're at,
you got a car. Why?
I told you I got a rental car. One of my family members helped me out with the rental car so I could search for Gannon and I could do what I have to do, okay? But if you can't...
Why is there a claim on insurance then? Why is there a claim?
If you can't, we could talk about all that. That could be part of our meeting, okay? But if you can't meet me, if you can't tell...
She just tell me, why is there two claims?
Okay, all right. All right, here we go. Here we go. I want a meeting. You keep changing the subject, so we're going to have to take 3 or 4 steps backwards from this point, okay?
No, I'm going to do the meeting. I just want to know, did you let them take the car?
Who take what car?
There's 2 rental cars.
I don't have 2 rental cars. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You got somebody trying to PI me or something? What 2 rental cars?
It's over. And we didn't have a thing. He grabbed me, pulled me back into the storage room. My hands were tied. I already told you this. 17 times again. My hands were tied. Completely. Harley, Lena, upstairs, either sleeping, whatever they were. It was late night at this point in time, 11, 12, midnight, whatever it may have been. I left Harley a note on the counter that said, please recall police.
I think we missed about a minute there, but I don't think we need
Same type
to
of word that we always say is a code word. What is the
Go back
word we
for it.
always say that you always picked out whenever there was trouble?
Desperado.
Right. I always pick with Harley about, do you ever hear that word? It's something me and Albert had to be right? She didn't catch on to what I was saying, which I can't blame her. She's sometimes ditzy. Didn't catch on to what I was saying. Nothing. I called you back. Called you back with him sitting there. You didn't answer. Not your fault. So now I'm in my mind thinking, if I say to Albert a code word, he might at least think something. Anything. So no, you could have been on the phone. I don't know. All I hear is Gannon screaming. He's yelling at me to shut up. Chucky said it in the worst way to now. I did hear a loud noise as if Gannon hit something. I'm screaming. I'm sitting there trying to make noises because if they're above me, then maybe someone would hear it on the wood pieces. Nobody helped. Nothing came. No one. No one came for anything. When I came back from hitting my head, which was hit on that wood piece that's in our storage room, Gannon was gone. I freaked out. I get in my car, which I'm sure that they probably seen on camera. That I get in my car, drive maybe once or twice around the neighborhood, thinking, you know, what in the hell am I going to do now? Albert's going to fucking kill me. Everybody's going to kill me. That's all I kept thinking. And Gannon's gone. And I haven't slept in how many days reliving how if I could have done something. I'm not going to fight somebody with a gun, with a knife. I don't know how they live. I don't know. And the only reason I would have known who it was is I told you about the badge. More and more, I kept remembering, as I had nightmares every flipping night, who it was. Images in my mind, pictures, over and over and over and over and over, again and again and again. Can I do anything about it? No. It didn't matter whether I said someone was something happened. It didn't matter what I said in that moment. My mind immediately went to, oh my God. You hear about this? I look on the neighbors all the time. Shit goes down and you don't, like, in your brain you plan if something was to happen, what you're gonna do, and then you can't. Your body don't let you. I'm not a person that even remotely tries to be a badass with a gun.
Just don't buy it.
Don't drink, Gigi. Don't.
All
Don't.
that runs in my mind. How am I gonna go find him? How am I gonna go do this? We gotta get help, resources, and then if I say, you know, the fucker was in our home, all they're gonna tell me is I'm fucking crazy. I need mental health. I need to see a psychiatrist. Just some fucking shit. That's all that's gonna be told to me. So I went the very next day. So there was no wasted resources. I went the very next day, that afternoon. When I talked to them, I explained to them exactly what I told you.
Hey, Tisha, hold on. Listen, this is the worst fucking story yet. All right, I'm done with this shit.
Agent Cronin, if you would resume your seat in the witness stand, I remind you, ma'am, that you're still under oath.
I'm not sure as far as scheduling, we're pretty close to the noon hour, Judge, and I was wondering if you want to have her come back. I'm not going to finish with questions before that time. I'm sure defense is going to have cross.
Counsel approach, please.
Wow.
Ooh, wow. I don't have the correct English curse words, so detta grisarsles rövskrap ska brinna i helvetet.
I imagine that's the worst possible thing you could ever say about her. It's great.
Agent Cronin, you can go ahead and step down.
No,
Ladies and
but,
gentlemen, we will take our noon
that's the
recess.
one
If I
that
can
came
have
to
everyone
mind
back
right
in the
now.
jury room at say 1:20, we should be able to start on time
If
at
you
that
want a
point. Again, don't discuss
translation, it
case
means
among yourselves. Don't
pigs,
discuss case
ass,
with anyone
butt
else.
scrapings,
With that, we'll see
and
you
stuff
at
like that.
1:20. All rise for the jury, please.
Yep.
She's a awful human being.
Yeah. Oh. Well, let's just hear what if they have anything
Thank you. May
before.
all be seated. Record should reflect the jury has left the courtroom. Is there anything else we need to take up from the prosecution?
Not at this time, Judge.
Okay. All right. Court will be in recess. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, for how long? An hour, maybe? Yeah. Something
that's
of that short. That was not entertaining, but we got a bit of an insight on what Letecia Stauch is about, and it's me, and not in a fun way.
Nope.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know really how to express more than I've already said about my feelings about Mrs. Stauch and where I believe her ass belongs.
Well, like, I'm just so taken back with like her, like, she thinks if somebody truly did break into her house and assault her and kidnap Gannon, that like not telling her husband about it would make him pissed at her. Like, that's like her argument, and it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Hmm. Yeah. Let's go through some of these. Okay, so Al is in the Army National Guard. He was deployed for training on the 26th of January. Leticia reported Gannon missing on the 27th. In 14 days, she changed her story 7 times. And I believe during these phone calls, we heard 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's like blending them together a little bit, but yeah, about 3 of them.
And for a full recap, MLS Law Show, we'll have that tomorrow, Thursday. Thursday is not a court day, so you guys will have a full, at least a recap of what the trial has been. So there are twice as many or more that has been on this stream the last couple of hours. So join David at MLS Law Show and watch the recap tomorrow. Let's see here. Thank you, Timothy. Yeah, that was the sound bit. And Flux, thank you for $5. I'm here for all your shenanigans, Nicholas. Don't ever change. I'm too old to change. That's just it. And Jane Sanis became a YouTube member. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's see here. And then D-Flash asks, do you think she'll take the stand? If so, there goes a good 5 weeks of this crap. I'm not sure.
I don't think she will.
Not
we could be surprised.
Yeah, we can be surprised, but that would be bad for her insanity defense, because if she is insane, she can't take that call. She can't do that call. Let's see here. And Surfing Bird, I'm joining late. The Google account for this case sounds like she is guilty. How does the actual evidence seem? The evidence points directly at her and nobody else so far. but we still have, we are at witness number 48. I believe there are at least, what was the witness list? 100 people?
Yeah, I think it was over 100.
Yeah, they might not use everybody or save a few for redirects. But as it seems, she is going down unless the defense pulls a rabbit out of a hat and actually proves she was insane, legally insane. So let's see if anything. Yeah, well, we have about an hour's break. I posted the afternoon stream. I hope I will see everybody on the afternoon stream, so we can continue this clusterfuck of a trial, or of a human being, or if I'm not even sure I want to label this woman as a human being anymore.
No.
Yeah. Valhalla Wait says that's a lot of witnesses. Well, most of them are cops and FBI agents. Ah, look at this. MLS Law Show. Thanks for covering it. Thank you for your super chat, David. Thank you so much. Y'all go away, have lunch, get refreshed, drink water or whatever. And yeah, all of us needs a lunch break. It's 8 o'clock here in the afternoon in Sweden. I will see you at 9 o'clock on the afternoon stream, where me and Jamie will return, I hope.
Yeah, and I hope everybody else comes back.
Yeah.
Really good.
And go subscribe to David at MLS Law Show. He needs to get to 1,000 subscribers. He is currently, I believe, at 815 or something like that.
I think it was like 916 last I looked.
915. Okay, so 85 out of the somewhere between 150 and 200 who was here during the peak. Go subscribe to David so he can get the monetized. And I'll see you all in an hour. Okay, folks.
Bye.
Bye.